BKT EuroCup in association with
Game 1, will it be the glitz and glamour of Paris or the grit and grind of Bourg?
Drilled, my goodness. Beautiful baseline offload, rises high to rock the rim with a two-fisted flush. Oh, what a finish, catching an alley-oop and crushing it in a crowd. The opening game has been taken by Paris Basketball, but they know they've got a battle on their hand. Bourg have something to build on.
Now we have to win at home if we want to continue on this final.
We welcome you to France as the BKT EuroCup finals moves from the capital, Paris, to the small town of Bourg-en-Bresse. Game 2 of this best-of-3 series comes from the Equinox Arena, where Minidelice JL Bourg-en-Bresse hope to even the score against a Paris basketball side who want to hoist the trophy here tonight. Tuomas Sisalo's side could cement their status as the greatest team this competition has ever seen. They arrive with the best offense and best win percentage in EuroCup history. They're a perfect 10-0 on the road, but taking nothing for granted tonight.
There's been a lot of talk that they can play better, but we have the exact same feeling that this was under no circumstances a perfect game from us, and we're able to do better. But in this type of environment, it's always about who can maintain the level of those basic fundamentals.
Bourg arrive ready to host a finals game for the first time in their 114-year history. It comes in a do-or-die situation, but this place is their fortress. They're a perfect 11-0 in meaningful games here this season, but Frederick Fotus knows they have to be at their best.
So yeah, the game 2, we come back at home. First things, we have to play with more energy and more character than the first game because it wasn't us.
BKT EuroCup finals between Minidelice JL Bourg-en-Bresse and Paris Basketball, who took Game 1 in the capital 3 nights ago. The first all-French affair in the history of the EuroCup finals now continues in front of this passionate, sold-out crowd. We've moved around 400 kilometers south of Paris, a city of over 2 million, to Bourg-en-Bresse, a small town of just 40,000, nestled midway between Lyon and Geneva. I'm Tim Long alongside former EuroLeague player Martin Henlon. Martin, can these fans and this home court help to bridge what was a big gap between these two teams in Game 1?
Yeah, well, you know, as we look at the road to greatness, Tim, the big point that we took away from Game 1 is the game was done as an entity at the end of the first half. What happened in the second half was Bourg tried some different things that had some success. So defensively, they got their tone right. The question in this game is all about their offense. They've got to get points on the board to compete with this Paris machine that can run up to score in a hurry.
These two teams finished with the best 2 records in the regular season, winning their respective groups before advancing through a single-game quarter-final and the best-of-3 semi-finals. JL Bourg requiring a Game 3 here to beat Besiktas in the semis. Paris looking to complete a clean sweep of the playoffs to lift the trophy here tonight. It's just their 6th season of existence. They're looking for a win that would qualify them for Europe's top-tier EuroLeague. That was the aim of this ambitious project from the start, but it's the summer appointment of Coach Salo that's made it possible, bringing 6 players with him from his Bonn side that won the BCL last season, as well as putting faith, Martin, in 21-year-old EuroCup rookie Nadir Hifi.
Yeah, Hifi has just been a revelation this season. He's completely exceeded expectations. You know, this young kid who's just turned up and just blew the doors off. Second team or EuroCup, an electric player, can generate his shot in a heartbeat. Went ice cold in the second half in Game 1, but in the first half, him and TJ Shorts were almost unstoppable.
One of the youngest ever All-EuroCup second teamers, the 21-year-old Nadir Hifi, and how about the sharpshooter Sebastian Herrera?
Now this is the player that I think is the X factor for Paris. He had 13 points in the closeout game against London. He was electric in the first game Tuesday night. He's not even on the scouting report, really. You know, everyone knows he can shoot. Chilean with a German passport. He brings something to the game, an energy and a pride, and it's not a priority for Bourg to stop him. And if he got open, we just saw the damage that he did on Tuesday. If he comes again, it's a hard route for Bourg to get a victory.
Bourg in so many ways the antithesis of Paris, 108 years older, but also propelled by a new project. 13 years ago, they couldn't even make the playoffs in the French second division. And now under coach Freddy Fotus, appointed last summer, they've changed everything. And EuroCup rising star Zachary Rizache, their crown jewel on the court.
Yeah, Rizache was the only real bright spot that impressed me in the game on Tuesday. Coming off the bench, he leads the team in the season in minutes per game. So him being on the court is always good. If he's making his shots, he's really impressive. But everybody else didn't show up. Even Brown, we're looking here, Bryce Brown, 9 points, under his season average. Made a bucket in the first half, and then everything else is in scrub time in that fourth quarter when they ate into that 27-point deficit.
Brown, an excellent three-point shooter, only 3 of 14 since the start of the semi-finals, though. Now, stopping Paris means stopping the EuroCup MVP, TJ Shorts, Jaquan Lewis. That's his job to try and do so.
Well, he's not going to stop him. It's just a simple fact. Shorts is by far the best point guard in the EuroCup this season. But what Lewis did a good job of in game 1 was he neutralized him a little bit. 10 points out of Lewis, a little bit above his season average. That's enough to keep it competitive, limiting the impact that Shorts has. You're not going to hold him down. What Shorts did to such great effect is he changed the pace of the game whenever he wanted to. And it's almost like he switched the engine off in the fourth quarter. When they got to 27 points up, he said, "Hey, Mom," he's waving to Mom and Dad in the stands. He wasn't playing anymore. He plays for 14 minutes at that same intensity. It will be difficult for Bourg.
What's quite incredible about this record-setting Paris roster is only 2 of them have ever played a full EuroCup campaign before. None of them are big-name signings with NBA or EuroLeague experience, but 6 of them played under coach Isalo at Bonn last season. The system and style very much the key to their success.
Yeah, it's the system, and when you talk about the system, it's all about the defense. You said it'll be the best offensive team in the history of the EuroCup. It starts at the defensive end. They force you into rushed shots, forced shots that allows them to get that fast break going.
Bourg only retained 5 players from the team that went out in the 8th finals in coach Fotus' first year last season, but their business done early in the summer, and that group there has gelled to take them further than ever before. Both squads at full strength for game 2 of these finals tonight. And there is TJ Shorts, who in getting to the finals averaged the league's second best, 18 points, league high 7.5 assists, and league 4th best, 2 steals a game.
One thing these 2 teams have in common, besides both being from France, of course, is that they are clubs that have been built on loyalty from the coaches to a particular group of players. It's well documented about Coach Isalo bringing the players from Bonn. But Freddy Fotus put this team together and said, right, this is my crew, I'm sticking with them. He's added some pieces, as you rightly say. No, the only big name is Rizache. And of course, you know, the key to that is, who did Freddy Fotus play with? Paul Ortez? He played with Zachary's dad, Stefan. So there's a degree of loyalty in there, and that's what they're going to both teams will rely on. Coach Isalo has said his team didn't play particularly well on Tuesday. He thinks they can get better. Bourg have to be better.
Paris arrived 21-1 in the competition this season. Their only defeat coming in a defensive duel at home to Besiktas. They hit the century mark for points in 10 of their previous 21 wins. 10 of their 17 wins in the regular season. And not just the all-time record at the moment for win percentage, winning margin at around 19 points a game, points scored at 97.4 points a game, 2-point accuracy at 63%, PIR and offensive rating. Martin, here's a stat for you. They have the highest offensive rating in the history, not just of the EuroCup, the EuroLeague, but also the NBA, better than the record-setting Boston Celtics this season.
Well, that's some impressive numbers. Fortunately for us, Stats don't get championships. You've got to do it on the court. And I could probably roll up the name of teams that had the worst stats in the history of the game that have got championship rings. And that's what it counts about. That's where the challenge is for Paris, to live up to the hype. You know, they are the favourite team. Bourg is going to try and grit and grind this one out. But to do that, they're going to need contributions from just about everybody. We say Bresse was pretty good on Tuesday. Nobody else showed up. Nobody else performed. They cannot be that bad again. That's what Bourg are relying on. Inspired and egged on by their home fans. The problem for them is Paris. They've got another level to go to.
Yeah, the hype right now on court is for the home team. They were 14-4 to finish with the second best overall record in the regular season. They beat Prometey by 13 here in the quarterfinals. Besiktas twice here in the semis, by 12 in game 1, and then dominated them by 26 in an all-or-nothing game 3. Their only home defeat all season came in their last regular season game, where they already knew they'd secured top spot in their group. So they're a perfect 11-0 here in meaningful games. Defense the foundation, holding opponents to around 76 points per game, the second best defense in the EuroCup.
Yeah, they're not going to win this game. This gets into the 90s. The model is set. The second half of that game, you're going to see a lot of zone defense. Maybe not at the very beginning, but that's where Paris struggled in the second half because their three-point shots weren't going. I think they won that game by 13. They were up by 27 at one point, and they didn't even shoot 20% from the three-point line. If they can continue to force Paris to miss shots and convert themselves, this game will be an interesting escapade, if nothing else.
Ready for Tous, who's signed a 3-year contract extension, shaking hands with Tuomas Isalo, two up-and-coming, very talented EuroCup coaches. Coach Isalo, EuroCup Coach of the Year. Well, here at the Equinox Arena, the stage is set for Game 2 of the BKT EuroCup Finals. JL Bourg on Bresse hosting Paris Basketball, who took Game 1 of this 3-game series in the capital on Tuesday. There's your starting 5, Martin, for Paris.
Well, this is the problem that Bourg have set. Kratzer dominated the middle of the paint. Tyson Ward was missing in action. He's averaging 14 points a game. He didn't score a point. If he shows up tonight and comes at his season average, then Paris are almost unstoppable.
Your starting 5 for JL Bourg on Bresse. They tried different combinations and different defenses in the second half in Paris in Game 1.
Yeah, the zone defense worked well for them. Key man for me in this team was twofold. Jeremy Morgan, who played for Coach Isalo, so he's actually got some motivation. Why do you take me to Paris? And then Isaiah Mike. We've been singing his praises since he got to the playoffs. He upped his scoring average from 11 to 15 points in the quarterfinals to the semifinals. And what the 9 points he had on Tuesday, he scored 7 of those when the game was done.
It's a small arena, but a passionate following for JL Bourg on Bresse. Paris dominated the first half of Game 1, 54 points, led by 23 at the main break. Bourg held them, though, to only 23 in the second half, and they got the deficit, as you say, Martin, down to as few as 13 in the end. Can Bourg, in front of these fans now, produce that kind of defensive display from the opening tip?
Yeah, it's going to be the defense of Bourg, but also watch the defense of Paris. Let's say they start with defense. They challenge everything, so they speed the game up. What Bourg needs to do is be composed on the offensive end and defend the heck out of the basketball.
And on the offensive end, Bourg have to protect the ball better. 19 turnovers in Game 1, 6 more than Paris. They've got to shoot it better from long range as well. They were a dreadful 4 of 24 on the perimeter for only 17% on Tuesday. They arrived into that game shooting a league 4th best 39%. That's far easier said than done, though, against the Paris defense.
Well, the shots are there. It's just they force them. It's like if anybody caught the ball, if they thought they had an open space, they shot the basketball. Instead of let the ball do the work, run the legs out of Paris. Just keep moving it around. You might turn it over. You might have a 24-second violation. But what they did was they were shooting the ball within 10 seconds, 12 seconds. They need to run that shot clock down, force Paris to get tired. That's why they could come back in the fourth quarter.
Paris, a city synonymous with style. This season, their team style is unique, unprecedented, not so much trend-setting, but pace-setting. The high speed, high life of the capital. JL Bourg, on the other hand, look to slow it down to a small down tempo. tonight their fortress is set to come under fire. Can their watertight defensive barricades here in Bourg-en-Bresse survive Paris's big weapons?
We saw the Bresse family in the stand, father Stefan and Zachary's sister. Basketball in their blood. He's got a bright future ahead of him, but right now he's just thinking about getting this victory. And a few players, Mike is one of them, they've got a point to prove. They've got to show that they are up to the challenge. It's a little bit difficult when you're playing against a team that you know domestically. And okay, you know they beat them in the regular season, but if it's more international, you got that. There's like some argument, you know, like it's cross-border fire. They've just driven 400 kilometers south on down the A6. That's what the challenge is now. Is the motivation comes from within, and they've got a few thousand fans that are backing them up.
Bourg an impregnable 11-0 here in meaningful games this season. Paris an ominous 10-0 on the road. Something has to give. When it does, it'll mean either a decisive Game 3 in the capital on Monday or Paris hoisting the trophy here tonight.
It's going to be a good one, Tim. Bourg are going to give us their best shot.
I'm Tim Long alongside British basketball legend Martin Henlon. Game 2 of the BKT EuroCup finals is underway. TJ Shorts, the MVP, will start us off. Paris the first possession. We'll look to break down this half-court defense of Bourg, which has been one of the best in the EuroCup this season. Straight away a foul on Mike.
No problem with the foul, that's okay. What you don't want to do is give up easy buckets, which is what happened. We talked about 54 points that Paris scored in the first half on Tuesday. Bourg have got to get that number under 40.
Shorts, capable of scoring and facilitating. Dancing through the paint, moving away from the basket. Missed shot though from Herrera and then batted away as JL Bourg-en-Bresse protect their backboard.
Much better intensity at the start of this game on the defensive end from Bourg. Herrera splits the defense, misses a layup uncharacteristic for him, and then Kratz not able to complete us. Bresse gets the rejection.
Mike would love to get going early on the offensive end, gets the shot up and gets the shot in, and Bourg land the first blow.
You see the composure there? You met the wall that was Kratz, then took his time and then repositioned and created the open shot.
A big block over the baseline from Kevin Kokilla, taking no prisoners in the paint.
Kokilla picked up 2 soft fouls at the start of game 1. How's about this for a contrast? Give me that.
That's the kind of Bourg defense that was missing in the first half of game 1. 2 blocks in the opening 62 seconds. Open look for 3, knocked down though. Mikael Janutnen, who really can stretch the floor with his outside shot. But
in that first minute of this game, Tim, Bourg have announced their presence. They are going to compete. They're not going to get blown away, at least not in the first 3 minutes.
Jaquan Lewis, the point guard for Bourg. On the bounce, pulls up for a 3, rims out. Remember, they were only 4 of 24 on the outside in game 1. Here comes Shorts. Paris love to get out swiftly in transition, and Shorts looking to serve some skin. The foul is on the defense.
Yeah, it's a blocking foul. Jeremy Morgan trying to compete with the speed there. Shorts, again, he has this ability to change the pace of the game. And Morgan tried to step in maybe a little bit late. And at that last shot offense at the other end, Jaquan Lewis, he realized he had a mismatch and then just shot the ball because he felt like it was his turn to shoot. Let the ball do some work, moving on a bit more.
Jeremy Morgan, part of that Bond side that won their first European trophy last season under coach Isalo. 6 of those players moving with the coach to Paris. Morgan going to Bourg instead. He only played 10.5 minutes in game 1 on Tuesday. Missed his only shot, having had joint team highs of 17 points and 7 rebounds in the quarterfinals and a good semi-final series against Besiktas. But that was Morgan's second foul already here.
Yeah, he was just not at the pace in game 1.
Paris by 3, despite Bourg's positive start on the defensive end. That's how good Paris are.
Well, the thing is with Bourg, you said they had a really bright start, but what Paris have done all season long is just almost they blank it out because they stick to the system that Coach Isalo and all of his players talk about it. Really featured with Shorts, he's talked about the system. Herrera talks about the system. They are all bought into exactly what Coach Zalo wants to achieve.
Kratzer loves to hedge out on defense, and that causes opponents all kinds of problems. Every time they try to skip past to the far side, final 3 seconds of the shot clock.
Every scene saw that. Paris pressured them, tried to make the hero pass, make the simple pass.
Lewis takes the three and hits the bottom of the net. Jaquan Lewis in the nick of time.
Nice shot there from Lewis. He said all he's looking to do is to match Short. He's not trying to shut him down because you're not going to do that.
5-5, first 2 and a bit minutes. Lewis, who's really raised his game in the postseason, hitting a three that will be really important for Bourg's confidence on the perimeter and on the inside at the other end. They come right back, Paris, with the score from Kratzer.
Yeah, Bourg just do not have an answer for Leon Kratzer. The answer for Leon Kratzer is to get him in foul trouble. Because he's so much bigger than Kukila and anybody else that Bourg can throw on the floor.
Mike Guisalto only 3 of 13 shooting in game 1 against the kind home grim. He's got a couple of buckets already here in game 2.
Well, Isaiah Mike that we've seen in the quarterfinals and the semi-finals has just turned up in the finals. That's the way he's been playing in the postseason, and that's a real positive for Bourg. Because if they can rely on him to score, then they can concentrate at the defensive end from elsewhere.
Shorts commanding the attention of 2 on the perimeter, opening up the outside shot, which is missed, and now a chance for JL Bourg in transition. Lewis slowed down to 5 on 5. Over the top of the 175 guard, TJ Shorts, who couldn't intercept, and the outside shot knocked down by Jeremy Morgan.
That's a huge bucket for Jeremy Morgan. You better believe his confidence has been shaken. That one there will warm him up.
So Bourg have 2 threes already in this game, just 4 in the whole of game 1. Shorts mid-range, fading, not finishing, and Paris have been knocked out of their rhythm.
Well, you can see that Bourg are a completely different team to what we saw.
Kratzer blocking off Rizache. Now Paris, who love to get out in transition off the back of those defensive stops and rebounds, get the score to get back within a whisker.
Well, we talk about how big this bucket was for Morgan. That's a huge one for Paris because Tyson Ward's on the scoreboard. He's a double-digit scorer. And you better believe Shorts is going to be trying to get him involved early.
3-point shot, good again.
Mike is giving them the thing they did not have in game 1. A player who they rely on to put points on the board.
They didn't have their all EuroCup first teamer in game 1. He's got as many field goals in the first 4.5 minutes here as he had in the whole of that previous game, and he's got a rebound now as well.
Oh, Bourg, it's almost a team reborn right now.
Here's Morgan, similar spot, same outcome. Jeremy Morgan has a couple of threes. Timeout Paris, and Bourg lead by 7. They've got as many threes tonight as in the whole of game 1.
Well, this is exactly the start that Bourg required. Suddenly things get interesting. You know, Tim, this is why they make them play the games. You just see they've got the trophy up at the side of the court so they can hand it out. Try and listen on what the coaches are saying.
Freestyle full court, man-to-man introduction, okay? Freestyle full court. No other press. But they spring now, no, no.
So Martin, Paris have shot a EuroCup record 63% from 2 so far this season, 2 of 7 in the first quarter here tonight.
Well, they're missing shots that they normally make, and that's the opportunity for Bourg. Is their excellent defense. They're putting pressure on Paris, playing them at their own game, force them into shots they don't particularly want to take. And can they maintain that? It's all about sustaining. You've just got to keep the pressure on.
An 11-2 run has seen Bourg go up by 7 with 4 of 5 on the outside, having gone 4 of 21 on Tuesday. Through a crowd of players again, the paint pack, Kokila, disruptive. Bourg out in transition, Bresse, the skip through, but not the score. Rebound secured by Malcolm. Now, is that an offensive foul? It is.
It's a turnover. And Julien, I think he was, stepped in trying to draw the charge. It was nicely moved on by Nguama. But this is where Paris's game is high risk, high reward. They're always trying to get out and run. And that's one of the things. Coach Azalo is not actually going to be upset about that turnover.
Lots of VIPs in the house tonight for this big game in Bourg-en-Bresse, including the presidents of both clubs, former president of France, and the mayor of this city. 4.5 to play in the first quarter. Bourg looking to stretch a 7-point lead. Mike attacking from the far side. Side skip, Bryce Brown from downtown. Not for him. And Paris get possession.
Good effort there from Kokila. One of the things that Bourg did do well in game 1 was rebound. They have rebounded Paris, albeit Paris didn't need to get a huge amount of numbers, but they were +9 on the backboards, 42 to 33. If they can win that battle in the boards again, something else will go in their favor. And right now they have got this game at their mercy. Can they sustain as they get the offensive foul from Nguama? Trying to create space with his left arm. Gives Jaquan Lewis a little kiss on the chin with the elbow.
Bourg's physicality, doggedness on defense has got under the skin of Paris.
But you notice that Coach Azalo sticks with his rotation. That's what he does. His team is 12 deep. He's going to keep playing the players the way he wants to play them. You think in this moment you leave Shorts out there, but no, he goes to his bench, he rotates.
Back-to-back three-point misses on good looks for Bryce Brown, who's a very good three-point shooter. Hifi draws the double and throws it out of bounds, but via a deflection.
Well, the defense you're seeing from Bourg, it's almost replicating what Paris did. Look at that, 3 players swarming around Hifi.
Hifi, Malcolm and Nguama on the floor for the first time. Casey's on the floor for the first time as well, and Simon. So it's a new 5 all coming in at the instruction of Tuomas Isalo, the 41-year-old Finnish head coach. Hoping they can turn the tide in this very difficult first quarter.
There's a little thing at the back of the mind when you're up 1-0 in a best of 3. And that is, well, it's okay if we lose, we'll go back and take care of them next week. And that's what Bourg are trying to rely on. If it gets too much, it's just an element of you say, well, you know, it's always next time. But this Coach Azalo needs something special. He's not going to let his team lay down, that's for sure. But his defense is simply amazing. Oh, did he foul him? Oh, disastrous.
It was suffocating, but stepping over the line. And it was so very nearly perfect perimeter defense.
Yeah, and then Julien just couldn't resist swiping at the basketball. And even though Hifi's going to shoot 3 free throws here, threes, you know, we might, Coach 4-2 might be okay with that, as desperate as it is. Oh, they're going to check to make sure that the shot clock hasn't expired.
Nadir Hifi, an excellent free throw shooter, 95% through the journey to these finals. Did this a few in game 1. Sends him in here to the officials though.
You need to stop when the red light is on. Good.
Yeah, referee just confirming that the foul happened before the shot clock expired. It's funny you talked about Hifi's free throw and shooting in commentary the other night. You know, we built up this all the hype. He's made 66 in a row and he's not going to ever miss count this. And what do you do? Brick the first one. This is going to be important, actually. You know, you talk about being a great free throw shooter. This will give you a measure of the mindset of Paris. Against this pressure, do they step up and nail all 3?
He was 95% to the finals. He was only 6 of 9 in game 1. Is that the pressure of playing for the trophy?
He missed the first, And then the other 2 he missed was because they weren't taking the game serious anymore. As Coach Azala said, they've got to get themselves back up. And he's locked in on those first 2, that's for sure. The thing is, for Paris, weather the storm. You knew Paris at the Bourg was going to be better tonight. What you don't want to do is get smoked. So they're down by 7. They cut it down at the end of this quarter. If they're within 4 or 5, Coach Azala will feel okay. He won't tell his players he's okay, but they'll be okay about it.
Hifi 3 of 3. Paris back within 4 minutes to play in the first. Julian and Hugo Benitez on the floor for the same lineup right now for Bourg, and that was a key part, I think, of that big third quarter for them in game 1, having those 2 French creators together in the backcourt.
Yeah, Benitez and Julian don't want to go for these big home run passes cross court. Just make a simple pass like that.
It was a nice catch and kick.
Nothing wrong with the set, though. That's okay. That's perfectly okay. He's not going to make every shot. That was an unnecessary foul there. I know you're trying to maintain the aggression. Isaiah Mike is playing so well. He's got to recognize now, yes, he can go for steals, but he is their key offensive weapon. He has to be on song if Bourg are going to win this game.
He averages a league 9th best, 1.7 steals a game. Isaiah Mike is an excellent 2-way talent. A little overzealous there, and it's the 4th team foul on Bourg as well. There's still 3.5 minutes to play in the first, which will impact how they play their defense. Hifi slipping it inside, Massa guarding the paint, forcing it away. Paris possession, Massa and the rest of this arena not best pleased with the call.
Yeah, but it was a good call. Salash knocked the ball out of the hands of Kessens in the end. In fact, it was Massa, what he's arguing for, I don't know.
Hifi, turnaround heave, well short. Massa the rebound. Multiple Paris players nibbling away at him in the paint. Benitez.
Bourg are weathering the pressure defense tonight. They crumbled in game 1. Right now they're playing with confidence.
Hugo Benitez, the 23-year-old, has had an injury-hit season, but he's been excellent when he's been available. Bryce Brown, look at the perimeter defense, touch tight, got the shot away in time. But how tough a take was that?
Yeah, tell me that was rough defense. Hifi just draped all over him like a cheap suit, and then this is what Paris do. Off a missed shot, a missed distant shot, the defense is all back, and then they get out-hustled.
Was David Kahn, the president of Paris Basketball, actually a key member of the crew that founded the club in 2018. He's a former director of the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Interesting, we've got 3 presidents in the house. 2, 1 for each club, and a former national president. We've also got another timeout.
Push. Hey, keep the foul count here. Keep the foul count. Hey, that's the defense. Hey, the defense. We gotta ride with the ball. There's 1 screen and a bunch of distance. On those curls and shit, arrive so you can play ball screen. Hey, Benitez, on a 2 fautes d'équipe. Benitez, tu peux faire des fautes, on a 2 fautes d'équipe. Fais-nous la pression.
Hey, the difference is the friction. Difference is the friction. Starts with everybody arriving with the ball, all right? No exception, no exception, okay? We gotta take the air out of these guys, all right? And offensively, first option is the push. But our spacing is not good enough, and we're not turning it into offense. Get the rebound, push, find the numbers out of that. Next offense, 14, putting in the zero on the single side.
You know, Coach Azala, terrific interview I read with him. Look at the president, our 3rd president of the evening. His philosophy is to make it as if he's got more players on the court than the opposition. You hear in his time that it starts with defense. He said, everyone is on the ball, no exceptions. And then on offense, he said, let's still push it, but let's push aggressively. Let's make them feel like there's 6 of us instead of 5. He just does not give up on his philosophy. And you can see his players buy into everything he says.
He's top record is saying human beings will get used to basically anything, and our practices imitate that. Very intense for certain amounts of time, then rest, then do it again. He relies on rotating players, letting them leave it all on the court before giving them a break on the bench. Banked in as that intensity continues, and they're back right on the heels of JL Bourg.
Well, Simon was one of the players who didn't perform particularly well for Paris in game one. And there, missed both free throws and then out-hustled everyone to get the offensive rebound, shows composure, and banks the bucket in afterwards. And Kessens, that's an okay foul to commit. You heard him say in the timeout, Bourg have already got foul problems. Let's go after them. Let's get to the free throw line. And we've got fouls to give. And Kessens just used one up so they get TJ Shorts back in the action.
See some of that rotation off the bench with Shorts coming back in. To Benitez as we approach the final 2 minutes of the first. Massa looking to shove it away, and he does.
Yeah, Massa should be oozing with confidence. He had a couple of buckets early in game one.
That ends a 3-minute plus drought for JL Bourg after they scored 16 points the first 4 minutes and 41 seconds. 3-pointer for Paris off. Offensive rebound, the balance on the sideline as well though from Shorts, who looks to take it right at Brown on the crossovers, putting on the MVP moves.
Wow, that's one of those things there. Brown, you got him in front of you. You go for the head fake, why? How many times this season TJ Shorts got his shot blocked? Not many, just stay down.
Benitez looked like he had a free route to the rim, kicks it back for the three, and well worth it for the upgrade.
Well, Julien played with some fire at the start of this game. You say he had that foul on Hifi shooting the three. But I say his coach will forgive him that, because he is certainly bringing the heat tonight.
Bourg 56% from downtown, having gone 17% in game one. They've made more already in the first quarter than the whole 40 minutes, but Paris say we've got some outside ammunition as well.
Yeah, the thing is the upgrade that they offer with Shorts and Hifi on the floor together are just an unstoppable force at this level. You know, they're undersized for the EuroLeague, but at this level here, I don't see how you handle them. Shorts, Hifi there picking up the foul, but that's the foul they had to give. This is again, it's the system, but Shorts is such an upgrade at the point guard. He breaks down players, he draws defenders and finds the open man.
Next Paris defensive fouls send Bourg to the line in this first quarter, of which there's around 45 seconds remaining. Bourg by 2, led by as many as 7. Benitez, free shooter, far side is Savage, and he hits one as well. 6 threes in the first period.
Another one who didn't appear in game one. Couldn't buy a bucket. All the players that you thought needed to show up have done so tonight.
Rizache is all over Shorts here. Excellent lengthy defender. Zachary Rizache can guard multiple positions. Whistle away from the ball, though, is an issue with the clock. And that will give the Bourg defense a breather.
I think the shot clock's stuck on 8. Look for them to knock a couple of seconds off it.
Ramos Isalo has called his methods extreme. Said it surprised his players when they first started working with him in Bonn last season.
But you know he's done that throughout his career. At Krellsheim, he started off in a small club in Germany, he's like Division 3. Went up, learned his lessons, got relegated, then moved on to the next one. Then he moved on to the next club, and then to the next one. Each time he's saying, look, we've got to make ourselves appear bigger than what we are. More players, more intensity. And as you said, these brutal practice sessions that they have. But you know, these players, the modern player, they love playing basketball. They actually don't mind that stuff now.
People said that TJ Shorts thought he was crazy at the beginning when they were together at Bonn, but at the end of the season called it a complete game changer. And he was able to give everything he had and never think about having to save himself.
Yeah, but because he's going to trust in his whole team. He's not ever going to play 40 minutes. He's going to play 23, 24 minutes. He's going to get the rest he needs. You've got to give it up. And you see, the other thing is, Coach Isalo insists that the players contribute. If they see something that's not working, they are encouraged to tell him, tell each other, communicate.
19 points. 9-6. 19 and 6.
game card. So that's what's stuck.
9.7. Okay, on the shot clock we put 6.
It's going to be around 19 and 6 remaining here in the first, Bourg by 5.
And that's the magic number for Paris. They want to be within 5 points at the end of this period. Because that shows that they're still right on the tail of Bourg. Bourg, they want to do to Paris what was done to them. They want to get a 10-point lead. So if you think about that, Bourg wants a 10-point lead in this first half. Paris just wants to stay within 5.
Shorts to inbound, 6 on the shot clock then. Plenty of time for Paris to manufacture a shot. Lots of off-ball movement, Kratzer. He'll pick it up on the perimeter and hand it off to the sharpshooter. Got it back, Herrera. As they use every single millisecond to deadly effect.
What a play. You're thinking, what are you doing? Giving the ball to Kratzer, and it's obviously something they've worked on. Shot clock's running down, give it to the big man, and then he just calmly drops it back, and Herrera, so I said, he's been the one who's not on the scout report, and you can't miss his quality. He is an outstanding shooter of the basketball.
43% for the season, 5 of 12 over the 2 semi-final games, 3 of 4 in game 1 of these finals. A big one here, shot away in time though for Bourg to beat the buzzer through Hugo Benitez, and the underdogs are biting hard in Bourg-en-Bresse in game 2.
Well, this is a team transformed. Bourg are showing how good value they are for being a BKT EuroCup finalist.
At the end of one, Minidelice JL Bourg-en-Bresse 26, Paris Basketball 22. No doubt Martin, whose style is dominating the scoreboard in terms of it being an offense-orientated evening, 26-22, but the defense of Bourg much better from the start, built the platform for them. Freddy Fotu still trying to figure out the answers to all the offensive questions that Paris are posing, but on the offensive end themselves, they've been shooting lights out.
Well, the score being high is only a negative if the shooting percentage is average, but both teams are shooting a high click. So actually, the 26-22, Bourg don't mind that. The pace of the game is very much the way they want it to go. It's a half-court action. There's not an awful lot of fast break, and their players are all stepping up. That bucket by Benitez at the end of the first period, that's a real boost because that shows everybody's locked in.
Look at the shooting, 60% on the outside, 6 of 10. They haven't been to the line yet. They've actually taken 10 3-point attempts, only 7 2-point attempts.
They're not drawing physical contact. That's where they need to maybe adjust their game. They need to get the free throw opportunities. Paris being held alive because they're 5 of 7 at the stripe.
Paris have the only 4 offensive rebounds in the game as well, but Bourg so far so good, up by 4. They won't continue to shoot 60% from downtown though.
No, they've got to improve rebounding wise. They can't give up those offensive boards. You can't give a team like Paris second opportunities. And then, as I said, they've got to get to the basket. They've got to attack the rim with strength and get shooting fouls. They're there to be had because Paris is such an aggressive team defensively.
It's a return to form from long range for Bourg-en-Bresse though. They shoot 38% through the season. 39% ahead of these finals, and 17% in Paris in game 1. Back in business from long range. Can they keep it going? They start the second with the ball up by 4. 7 has been the largest lead. Massa, they haven't taken too many shots on the interior. The body of Massa will knock one down. That's
a nice play there. Not afraid to go to the basket. That's something that they were fearful of in the first game. Really liking the attitude of this Bourg outfit tonight.
Herrera penetrates the paint, touch pass on the outside, corner 3, off the mark. Herrera foul on the offensive rebound attempt.
Well, that's okay. An outcome for Bourg because there'd be frustration if they're giving up another offensive rebound there. They've played such good defense. But again, you notice Shorts, he's got Ward in the corner. He wants Tyson Ward to be scoring.
Ward's in his only 2, missed 2 on the outside now though. Benitez on the bounce.
Oh, beautiful.
Makes the handoff, drives to the basket. Hugo Benitez is back to his best after a long-term injury.
Well, the confidence that comes from making a basket at the end of the first period, that's just a great play.
He was out for 4 months mid-season after threatening a breakout campaign with his early performances. There's a whistle on the play here. Bourg have the largest lead of the game now at 8 points.
They've caught a foul on Bresse. Grabbing a hold of Janutnen. It's a foul. One Bresse maybe just lost focus for a second.
Here's Janutnen. Herrera. Bresse comes out, rolls in, looking for the baseline cutter. Angle's blocked off, misses his own shot. And Bourg grab the ball, balance the baseline. It's Benitez doing it at both ends.
It's a legal screen by Massa. And the fans, what I love about the fans is they are disagreeing with every call that goes against them. That was an illegal screen because he stopped and he eyeballed the defender. If he just stood up straight, but then he looked over his shoulder, that's why it's an offensive foul.
It's a small fort here, but it's an impregnable one. These fans play a huge part in Bourg's near-perfect home record. Herrera finding a free path through the paint.
Yeah, he's persistent off that dribble. You have to respect his jump shot. And what he's good at is he sees the defense and keeps that dribble alive. So many players will pick the ball up and then they don't get the shot away and the offense is over. Herrera wants the layup.
Juan Lewis passes from up high, inside-outside passing. Julian, guarded by the lefty Janutnen on the outside. Massa turns it over to Bresse.
Well, that's just putting the ball in the hands of the wrong player. With the shot clock running down, Massa is a finisher, not a creator.
Getting really feisty and physical, as it has been pretty much from the start, but now 3 team fouls on Bourg in just over 2 minutes of this second period. Only 1 more to give the rest of the half.
Oh, Julian, he's been playing aggressive the whole game. He's going to keep sticking his hand there, looking to get steals. But the good thing for Bourg is, as this game's getting a little bit touchy and a little bit feisty, they're maintaining their lead. You know, Paris aren't nibbling away at it. They were down 4 at the end of the first, and down 6 now.
Shots off to Herrera. Hard contact on the perimeter again. Janutnen down on the deck. Shorts has 6 seconds with which to work. 4 points, 3 assists so far. Guided by the centre, Korkela. Shorts leans forward, long 2, misses it. Korkela wins that battle.
Yeah, good defense again by Bourg. Collectively, Shorts had no outlets. They had to pull the trigger on a difficult jump shot.
Lewis turning on the handles, taking it right back at Paris.
Nice little crossover dribble by Lewis. And again, what you're seeing, they know the aggressive defense is coming. And so, again, in game 1, we have to contrast with what we saw a couple of nights ago. They see the defense and try to move the ball on, but this time Lewis stays strong, attacks, draws the foul.
There goes the centre, Leon Kratzer. He's their only big, so it's a smaller lineup now for Paris. They're a comparatively small team, bouncing his way inside. Jeremy Morgan with the rack attack.
Well, that's a fine play by Morgan. The positive, it's a tough play by Shorts. You see just the change in pace. It's not that he's electric speed, he just changes a step. And then Morgan steps over and he's just a bit late. As I was just about to say, with Kratzer off the floor, it opens up the rim. If you can drive aggressively, you'll get these opportunities against Paris.
Jeremy Morgan has 8 points. Bourg have an 8-point lead.
3 fouls on Jeremy Morgan as well. That's why the crowd are up in arms. And the thing is with Paris, when they sit Kratzer down, they end up with 4 players. Oh, we got a technical as well. That's just brutal.
We got the foul on the defensive end, then the tech having had 2 early. So Morgan, who leads the way of all players in scoring in this game, 8 points on perfect shooting, including 2 threes, has 4 fouls in 5.5 minutes of action. And if you're new to European basketball, it is 5 fouls and done. So already, Jeremy Morgan is hanging by a disciplinary thread.
Yeah, that's a huge turnaround. Coach Fortu, look, if you can not like the call, in the 40-odd years I'm showing my age here, I've been around basketball, I've never seen a referee call a foul, you argue, and he says, oh, do you know what? You're right, I'm going to wipe the foul off. Walk away, that's what the coach is there for. The coach can argue your case, especially when you've just picked up your third.
On to control emotions with so much at stake. Mike handing off to Brown, gets it back. Mike
that's the Isaiah Mike show.
Step back, three-point shot in the corner, way off. Shorts, how quick, down the floor. Hifi, his partner in crime, misses.
Another offensive rebound, though, and you just those opportunities.
You see there, 5-0 on second chance opportunities in favour of Paris. Shot clock down to 3. Shorts, long to a game. He's missing a few. Lewis down the floor, fans protesting everything. It's another turnover.
Well, the reason the fans are up in arms is that Malcolm slapped at Lewis and raised his hand as if he just committed the foul, but the referee didn't call it. And then to make it matters worse, Lewis turns the ball over at the end of it. And then to see this lineup, just to mention this now with Malcolm, Ward and Janutnen, interchangeable.
Couldn't believe how free he was, Malcolm, but missed the open shot. Could kill the rebounds.
Well, again, a 5-point buffer. Bourg, they don't want to get this down into a 1-point game.
Lewis. Moves away from the high screen. Momentarily free, looking to take it out. Malcolm, who's an excellent defender. 3-point shot in the corner, touch-tight defense, another miss.
Good rebound by Shorts. And the referees are letting them play.
Opens up for Janutnen, who's the coolest man in the arena, as he waits for the flyby and puts it in. And from 8 down, Paris are back within 1 possession.
Well, Janutnen showing his Finnish heritage there. Cool as a cucumber under pressure. No sauna problems for him. He lays it home and gets his team back within 3.
Timeout, Coach Fotus, 32-29, his Bourg team lead.
Step by step. Let's go.
Hey, listen up. Take care of the ball. Yeah. Listen up. We're running. Hey, listen up. Ready to run 14. Okay? Ready to run 14 with Justin as the handler. Okay? Justin as the handler. Okay? So you are here. Nadir is the 1. Justin is the 4 right here. Getting in the ball. Okay? And out of that, we are pulling over in the corner. And this means, Mikey, you got the cut or the flash ups. Okay? Hey, hey, keep up. Hey, they're in the bonus. They're in the bonus. Yellow, 1, 2, 3. Got it.
These fans are doing what they need to do. Bourg's defense is doing what they need to do. And in front of François Hollande, the president of France from 2012 to 2017. The many VIPs in this small arena, but passionate, vocal, volatile arena here tonight. Paris held to 29 points so far, 27 in this quarter. Bourg leading by 3, but Paris on the comeback trail made down. Here's Mike taking it all the way through. Isaiah Mike.
Well, that's a strong move. Talk to referees for the foul. That's exactly how you deal with the pressure of Paris. Attack the basket.
Spear edge of the paint. Oh, a tough ricochet for the host to take.
That's an aggressive move from Justin Simon. I thought that was probably not the right decision, but the way they just go after every opportunity. The way this game has gone, Bourg should be up by 10 points.
Rizache, like he might go for the dunk against Cassins, but he puts it in wisely off the window.
Yeah, Rizache is a little bit of an X factor for Bourg. He's a player who can create his own shot almost at will.
Hifi draws a crowd, passes on. How about the composure mid-air underneath for the reverse finish from Simon?
Well, like about Hifi is he recognises that Bourg are coming after him. They don't want him to have easy shots. He's become a facilitator. That's a tough finish.
time in a row. Paris have cancelled out a Bourg score to get back within 3. Lewis left his feet, then didn't have an option to pass to and turns it over on a travel.
That's one of those, he went in the air and he thought, yeah, I've got it. Oh, no, there's nowhere. What am I going to do? I got it. Oh, I'm going to travel. Turnover at just the wrong time.
Both teams have protected it fairly well despite the intense defensive scrutiny, but Bourg have committed more than their guests tonight at 5-2 now.
See if Paris can try and draw fouls. That's what they're seeking to do. They want to get free throws. The referees are not calling a lot. They're letting them go.
That was heaved in from near centre court, but the foul came first. Paris' third team foul. Bourg have 4 already. 4 minutes and change remaining in the first half. Second on Kessens. He's the first Paris player to pick up a second.
Yeah, and that's one of the things. Because they go so deep, because everybody plays for Paris, foul trouble's rarely a problem for them because they're going to rotate to the whole bench anyway.
Bourg already have Morgan on 4. Julien on 2 as well. Lewis paid free for Rizache, tried to finish before he landed. There wasn't the room to do so. Hifi, the hesitation dribble.
Again, trying to draw the foul. And Kikilla playing smart. He picked up 2 quick fouls in game 1. And here he's just playing like the ultimate rim protector, just playing big, keep his hands up. Smart play. Improvement from Kikilla. The referee's going to check to see who knocked this one out of bounds, I think.
Game 3 of the semi-finals here. Kikilla had 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 8 fouls drawn in 17 minutes. Very much getting back at it here tonight, the 22-year-old.
I gotta say with the light.
The original call here went in favor of Bourg. Trying to see if they want to change their decision.
Can you change the camera? I think the last night...
No, it's good.
No, this is the previous camera.
No, this one, it's
This one. No. Sorry, my mistake. This and slow motion. Slow motion. Come back a little.
Frame by frame.
Frame by frame, now. White ball.
Yes, of course.
Go. Go. Front. Now stop and show me the clock. Okay. Good. Change.
You don't need us to tell you. Decision goes in Bourg's favour. A huge cheer from the Equinox Arena. And the Knights, where their season and their trophy hopes are on the line. And it seems like a night where each and every point, each and every possession could prove pivotal. They lead by 3, 4 minutes to play in the first half. Lewis directing traffic from deep. Needs to get over centre court. Benitez. Lewis as they go high, Rizache. Attacking Hifi, the 2 main contenders for the Rising Star Award that was won by Rizache. Taken back and a foul.
Rama commits the foul. Big positive for Bourg is they committed their 4th team foul with over near 7 minutes left in the second quarter, and they haven't committed a foul since. So that's the advantage to Bourg. Paris have not been able to take the opportunity and get to the free throw line.
Paris have been held to 11 points in this period so far.
This team's an unsportsmanlike foul. Guama having the ball stolen away. The steal begets a steal, and then he just chopped hard on Benitez, so it's 2 shots and possession.
Benitez making the most. Here's a look at the incident that led to the unsportsmanlike.
Just grabbed on the hips, and Guama, he's an energy player. Very much a confidence one, momentum, not having things go his way so far tonight.
Benitez now has 6 points. A steal, 3 assists, 0 turnovers. Lewis. Another of their backcourt creators attacking down the right rail. Home rim's not kind that time.
like the way they attack the basket. A nice pass again. Interior passing Simon that time, picking up Kessens. And you know, that's the whole thing about Paris. You would never on your scanning report watch out for the interior passing between Simons and Kessens. As Simon gets the steal.
And Simon with a statement sending Jam that Paris are right there in the rearview mirror.
Wow, that was then maybe celebrating a bit too much. Nobody's stopping the basketball. Isaiah Mike has been on a roll tonight. He thinks someone will go and challenge him. Charging foul, sure.
Wasn't bothered by that message that Simon was trying to send, and it's only riled up Bourg further to hit another three and to play tougher defense to keep their noses in front.
Benitez is the X factor. Stepping in, drawing charge, making points, getting steals. How's about this? Kokilla doing what he has to do. He knows he's going to be the victim.
Kokilla not afraid to challenge the shot, but ends up on a finals poster. Bourg lead by 3 though. 2.5 to play in the first half. The first half in which they've scored 40 already. Isaiah Mike now has 11 points to lead all scorers. It's Massa looking back out. Open shooters queuing up on the perimeter, and Axel Julian knocks down their 7th three of the half.
Well, this has been the Bourg we've seen all season long. Anybody who gave up on them at halftime of game 1 has been proved sorely wrong right now, because they are doing more than making a game of it. They are seizing this game by the scruff of the neck. If Paris is going to win this one, they're going to have to show their best face. Coach Asala said that they can get back, so we're going to have to see that if they want to get back into this one. I think the Sachet just picked up his second.
Listen to the reaction from the home fans, though. Maxime Corby comes in for the first time in these finals.
I was surprised he didn't get any court time in game 1. Corby's been a reliable player throughout his career.
So this de Bourg, 8th straight season with the club.
Well, you know, the way they were getting blown out, you think, okay, get him in there. You know, he can be someone who can turn things around. EJ Rowland was another one who had a positive impact. Maybe tonight is his night at home.
4 points to lead for Bourg. TJ Shorts having to do most of his scoring from the stripe tonight. 7 of 7 now, only 1 of 4 from the field. Julian riding the turbulence on his way to the baseline. Ball was kicked, 14 on the shot clock.
Well, Kratzer doesn't have the speed, but he's got the length and the size to contend with the penetrations. And they need to go at Kratzer, try and draw fouls on him. I think he's got 1 so far, 0 even.
Julian draws 2. Massa mid-range defense backs off, and Massa makes them pay.
Yeah, that's nice composure from Massa that time. He's a finisher. Gets the ball, he's going to either look to score or give it back to the point guard.
He's a defender as well, and he just bumped Shorts out of the way before retreating to protect the paint.
Shorts
perfect
wants to get to the basket.
For Massa, Shorts, long 2, knocks this one down. He's missed a few, but hits that one.
That's a gutsy play from Shorts. But Bourg still have the edge. They want to ride this wave through the halftime. Another shot clock beating bucket. Give them a 6-8 point lead.
Massa again, open 3-point shooters, but the kick out didn't find them.
No, that's okay. That time he's making the right play. Seeking to move the ball on, which is what his challenge was then.
This lineup though with Benitez and Julian in the backcourt is really helping Bourg out. They found that recipe in quarter 3 of game 1. Shorts through a gap. Janutnen on the outside over everything. Kratzer telegraphing the flight path of the ball, and then a foul.
Yeah. Another offensive rebound, and that's the right foul to make. Kratzer is not a strong free throw shooter. So Julian, I think, is it Julian that commits that foul, or was it Benitez? I didn't see who was underneath him there. If it's Julian, it'll be his 3rd. I think it's Benitez picks up his 1st. And then All bets are off when somebody shoots an air ball.
So this is the first. Part of
Julian indeed picks up his third. That's the right foul to make, though. That's a foul he has to take, even though it's his third. And I don't want Kratzer to get an easy slam dunk like he was having in game 1.
So one of those 6 players on this team who won last season's BCL title with Bonn under coach Salo is now playing his first full EuroCup campaign. And there have been 3 appearances with Frapport 5 years ago in this competition. Julian Massa inside again gets the kick out wrong, but they reach to save it. Fly high on the perimeter. Massa is like pinball in the paint, gets the shot away, but it's suffocated the moment it leaves his hand by Kratzer.
Yeah, Julian's got to take that 3. That jump shot that they've worked for, they've been making the 7 of 13 from deep. You've got to pull the trigger and take that shot.
Second block for Kratzer to go along with a steal and a couple of offensive rebounds. Shorts 5 to shoot, darts through the paint against the left-hander to fall for just his 3rd field goal.
That's a defensive breakdown from Bourg. You know Shorts wants to go to that left hand. Force him to his right. Don't let him get to the basket. That's what he really wants to do. That's where he thrives. Some consolations. Kratzer picks up the foul. That one really hurts Kratzer as well. That's the big man. You hate that because he's going to take a Charlie horse, a big bruise in the thigh for his sins, as Julian will get the free throws.
On the line with 4.1 to play in the first half to try and make it a 2-possession Bourg lead. That's what they'll aim for now, heading into the main break.
Free throws important here. They need these points. They need to have a lead going in at the half. 4 seconds left. If Paris score, okay, that's the way basketball goes sometimes. But Bourg, they need momentum, that belief. Both teams will feel pretty good about themselves right now, no matter how this half ends.
You see his line from finals game 1. It was in the decisive game 3 of the semi-final series. He was 7 of 7 from the stripe. He's upped his game in the postseason, Axel Julian. Paris rip it down, working it away though. Instead there was very nearly time for Bourg to have the final shot of the first half. They'll have to settle for a 3-point lead at the main break in a high-scoring Game 2 of the BKT EuroCup Finals. Minidelice JL Bourg on Bresse 46, Paris Basketball 43 at half-time. Stay with us as we get some reaction to the opening 20 minutes here at the Equinox Arena. We're going to hear from players on both sides of these finals. We'll hear first from Paris's TJ Shorts, who's got 13 points, 3 assists so far.
TJ, like expected, it's a big fight, it's a final. What do you have to improve to take this game?
Just the basics. We knew they were going to come out aggressive. They're at home. They're trying to show something for the crowd. We got to just stick to doing us. That's what got us here, and that's what's going to get us the win in the second half.
Thank you.
Crazy thing about his stat line is it's felt like Bourg have done a pretty good job on him with their defense. He still has impressive numbers, though, at half-time. Let's hear from Hugo Benitez.
Hugo, you lead at all. What to start with some mistakes, but many energy. That's the way to follow in second half?
Yeah, I think we did a good job. We have to contend the one-on-one. Don't let them their team run. And after, I think we can win this game, but we have to stay focused and keep going defense.
Thank you.
Benitez, 6 points, 3 assists, 1 rebound, 1 steal, 0 turnovers, 0 misses. But Shorts, despite the tight defense, Martin, still 13 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists.
Yeah, ominous numbers for Shorts. He has the ability to go for 30 and 15. That's how the Bourg needs to worry about. But the positive for Bourg is, as I say, they've got the lead. And if you've got contributions from the likes of Benitez, Mike is where he needs to be. Statistically, Bourg are in a really good place. And if players like Benitez step up, they will lead this game into the second half.
Let's take a look back at the story of the opening 20 minutes. High scoring first 20, the first period 26-22 in favour of JL Bourg on Bresse. Second period edged by Paris 20-21. 8 has been the largest lead on a couple of occasions for the home team. Paris right back at it, a one-possession margin at the half though. Paris led by TJ Shorts, inevitably so. Just seen his stat line. Bourg led by the 11 points, 4 rebounds and 1 steal of Isaiah Mike, who's shown up in these finals.
Yeah, Isaiah Mike has certainly come the ball tonight. And they're relying on him. He's going to need some help though. You know, the likes of Brown, Lewis, Salash, those are players are going to have to step into the breach because Jeremy Morgan, of course, picked up that 4th foul. The ball is technical. And Shorts, if he's getting an easy scoring night, he may just take over the scoring load. And then what he can do is just say to his teammates, I got the scoreboard, you just play some D.
Only hit one of his first 4 shots from the field, Shorts, but then a couple in quick succession right to the end of that second period. 46-43, the half-time score. Bourg shooting the ball back from all distances and angles than Paris. Paris, though, getting to the line more frequently. And they're dominating the possession count, 7-1 in offensive rebounds and 2 fewer turnovers as well. They trail by 3, though, at half-time.
Shorts working the dribble. Rizasha on the perimeter, down in his defensive stance. Shorts crosses him up, gets to the edge of the lane, high elevation. Janutnen scrambling back to the defensive halo. Short corner J is a high arcing one which finds the bottom of the net. Hifi down the court with blazing speed, but look at that for collapsing defense. Ball comes loose, battling for it, offload in the lane, and Nadir Hifi with the finish. Step back bucket. Tough move and terrific poise on the perimeter. The Paris basketball perimeter players, but TJ Shorts with the quickness goes left and on the follow once again. It is the power player, Leon Kratzer. Baseline drive, double teamed all the way, and a 3-pointer finally falls. TJ Shorts needs a receiver here. He's going to have to go back to the sideline. Nadir Hifi catching, shooting, and connecting. So TJ Shorts, ball not leaving his hands, and why would it, as you can get to space, count the bucket. Just hustling back to try and dispossess Bresse, and they've done that. TJ Shorts hooking up Justin Simon, who finishes with a flourish with the 2-fisted flush. Sebastian Herrera remains perfect from downtown, lethal from long range.
They say, well, Paris can't be any better than what they've already done. I think Paris could improve.
Oh my goodness, what a finish by the newly minted EuroCup rising star. Catching an alley-oop and crushing it in a crowd. Oh, beautiful bounce pass feed cross court, and a 3-pointer strung. So terrific work. So closing seconds of this one. Bourg look to make the scoreline a little more respectable. The layup on the reverse goes for Bryce Brown. But the opening game of this 3-game BKT EuroCup final series has been taken by Paris basketball.
We have a lot of experience of winning, and this is one of the hallmarks of great teams.
That is a huge win, and he knows that. That's a statement victory, that is.
This group has a lot of guts, has a lot of confidence.
Paris have gritted out an enormous victory.
I'm like still speechless about the performance of the guys.
Paris Basketball have secured their place in the BKT EuroCup final.
Clawed out of the sky by Zachary Rizache. The teenager in and sending a message.
Breakaway slam dunk for Rizache. Streaking down the floor, the 18-year-old.
Rizache, open three, bang! Zachary Rizache has 19.
A great chasing down from Rizache and the reverse. They're behind the back pass.
The cradle and the cram from the teenage talent Zachary Rizache. And Rizache in behind Jensen, fighting fire with fire.
Bresse into Masser, slams it home. What a time for those two young talents to link up.
Their rising star raises the roof. Welcome back to the Equinox Arena in Bourg-en-Bresse, half-time in Game 2 of the BKT EuroCup finals. A must-win night for Minidelice JL Bourg-en-Bresse. And they edge Paris after 20 minutes by 3, 46-43. Offense-orientated game so far, despite their very best intentions to play their usually dominant defense. Beating Paris to a certain extent at their own game at the moment. They've held TJ Shorts to 13 points. That's how good he is. Isaiah Mike, 11 points, leads the way for JL Bourg. A team effort in rebounding with the 4 each for Korkela and Mike, who both made a difference in more ways than one for the home team. Shorts already on course for a big night, despite being limited to only hitting one of his first 4 field goal attempts, but now up to 3 of 6 from the field, 7 of 7 from the line. Vice Brown has gone 0 for 4 so far, including 3 misses on the outside, but the rest of the team are 7 of 10 from three-point range. That's a key part of the equation for Bourg after shooting 17% in Game 1, and 7 of 13 altogether here in Game 2. And on the defensive end, although Paris have got 43 points, Martin, that's a win because they're averaging 95 points a game, and their 2-point percentage has been held from 63 on the season to 52 tonight, and their perimeter percentage from 37 on the season to 30 tonight.
Yeah, you can look at that. In the Bourg locker room, they're saying we're doing a good job defensively. In the Paris locker room, they're saying, well, we're going to shoot better in the second half, which means things are set quite well for us. It's interesting you say that TJ Short has been held to 13 points. He's averaging 18, and that's a worrying thing. That's the big worry I've got if I'm Coach Fortu and Bourg, is if he scored 13 points and he's being held down, then I don't know what to do. I suppose we'll find out what Coach Fortu believes is going to happen in the second half.
Coach, maybe some details to improve, but you're in the game, you're in the fight. How do you analyze this first part?
We have to control more the defensive rebound. Okay, they took too much offensive rebound. 7 at halftime is too much, and it will be good. Okay, we play good offensively, so we have to improve on rebound.
Thank you.
Yeah, just what we were saying in terms of the positive offense for Bourg and improvements to be made on the defensive end. They've given up 7 offensive rebounds to Paris while only grabbing 1 of their own, but tremendous shooting percentages, 61% from 2, 54% from 3.
Yeah, and also they're getting groups. The shooting chart is where they want to score, under the basket, and their threes are in the areas that they want to shoot from. If you watch that shooting chart from Game 1, they were all over the shop.
Let's hear from Tuomas Isalo.
Coach, only 3 points gap at all. What do you expect now? What do you ask to your players?
Well, I think we're in a good position considering how well they shot it. We got to keep doing the little things well, and making sure we contest every shot, get the rebounds, push the pace. It's really not that, let's say, complex, but it's very difficult against a good team.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Martin, he's not expecting his team to be facing above 50% three-point shooting right the way through. They have the third best perimeter defense in the competition. He feels perhaps that Bourg's numbers are going to fall and his team's numbers are going to rise.
Well, that's what he's got to expect. As he said, it's not complicated what they have to do, but difficult to achieve against a good team. He's got a future as a commentator, that coach does. But again, look at his shot chart. In game one, that left side of the court, that's where the three-pointers are falling. The damage is being done under the basket. Bourg needs to protect the basket while continuing to contest the threes. And as Coach Portu says, you can't give up 7 offensive rebounds at home and expect to win.
Bourg are not a great rebounding team. At 7-1, not good enough for them right now. TJ Short has said he'd been held to 13 points. That's because he only had 1 field goal for most of the first half, but he can score in a flash, and he had 2 right at the finish. He's also worked his way to the line for 7 of 7 free throw shooting. That's where he's got more than half of his points so far.
Well, this is one of the rare times where Coach Gonzalo is leaning on his key players. Short has played nearly 15 minutes more than anybody else out there tonight. Normally he plays about 10 minutes in the first half. He played 9 minutes in the first half on Tuesday night in game 1. So yes, he's being quote-unquote held down with extended court time, but he's converting the opportunities that are being given to him. Whereas this young man, Hugo Benitez, he said he's been missing with an injury, but he's bounced back, and you're seeing the quality, the future that he can give. What a positive impact he had in that first half. And if you get the youngsters playing with confidence, it's an amazing transformation to your team, because all of a sudden they believe they can do anything.
He's very much one of their own, a product of the Bourg juniors. Hugo Benitez, now 23 years of age, one of 3 young stars on this current roster. Of course, the rising star, Zachary Rizache, who's only just turned 19, and then the centre, Kevin Kokilla, who's only 22 years of age and has had a big impact on defence on the boards tonight. 4 rebounds and 1 block, played with plenty of fire in his belly. But going back to Hugo Benitez, he played 15 minutes in game 1. That was the best spell for Bourg on the court. They were +2 in his 15 minutes. He had 5 points, 4 assists, a steal and just 1 turnover.
Yeah, but his confidence has grown off that. So that's the whole point. He played the big minutes in game 1, and all of a sudden he's turned around to himself and said, hey, you know what, I can do something. And now he's playing with the confidence that comes from court time. We talk about this over and over again. The only way to improve as a player at this level is with court time, especially when you're young. Well, former player Amarasi, showing my age. I played against him when he was about the same age as Rizache when he played at Le Mans. Very energetic player, tough player. His brother, of course, plays for Paris. We haven't seen him tonight. I don't think Bunch has even played tonight, has he? I haven't seen Bunch at all.
One of a couple not to take to the court for Paris so far. And with Denis, played with 10 players thus far. Bourg playing with 9. Earl Roland, the veteran, yet to get onto the court.
Yeah, EJ Roland is a special situation player. You know, he's there to give leadership to this club. He's 40 years of age now, and it's not that he can't get the job done, but his job has been done in the practice court. That confidence that Benitez is playing with, that's learning from playing with a legend like Roland.
46-43, the JL Bourg lead as we start the second half of Game 2 of the BKT EuroCup finals. Bourg begin the third period with the ball. Jaquan Lewis off to Mike, their top scorer with 11 points. Pulls up for a 3 straight away. And rims out, and Kratzer grabs a rebound.
And you see, changing strategy here. They're trying to face guard TJ Short. Benitez isn't even thinking about helping on defense.
Janutnen trap far side, as you briefly saw the 5 on the floor for Paris. Decides to get 3-point shot, hits the bottom of the net, and Paris a level from 8 down.
Yeah, Tyson Ward, that's the big bucket for him, because he's the player. He averages 12 points a game, and that takes him to 5. If he can warm up, that will be a huge bonus. As Benitez shakes free of Short. Great screen up the top there to get Benitez open.
Benitez continuing to play a big role, has 8 perfect points. 3 assists, a steal, 0 turnovers. Might be his performance of the season when it's all said and done. Kick out, Janutnen. 3-point shot, grazes the wrong side of the rim. Krantz's 3rd offensive rebound of the game. And the whistle.
It's going to be about the clock again. So they caught a foul on Mike. That's an interesting one. No, I didn't actually see that. That's off the ball. Just his first foul, so there's no reason to panic.
Paris were briefly level with their 4th 3 of the game. Bourg back ahead through Benitez.
They're not going to let Shorts beat them.
Krantz took a long time to find his target far side. Look at the length of Bresse.
Yeah, great defense, Bresse. You can see he's a next level athlete. Great anticipation, reads the court really well. And you can see straight away what Bourg decided they're going to play their trump card, which is deny TJ Shorts all over the floor, and they're going to try and make this a 4-on-4 game.
He's actually shot a league high 56% from downtown in the regular season. He's been off with his shot in the playoffs though. There's a foul on Mike.
And you see Shorts talking to his teammates, also talking to the officials, make sure the officials know he's being held.
So the foul is on Lewis, trying to fight through the screen. Mike had just picked up his 2nd. It's the 1st for Lewis. Ball movement, Paris penetrate the paint, slice and dice, and the score.
That's a tough finish against Sebastian Herrera. He keeps his dribble alive. He keeps dribbling until he either gets the basket or you make him pick it up, and they don't, and he splits the defense. What you like about what Paris are doing right now is another trying to deny Shorts the basketball, but they're just playing their normal game, and Shorts is moving the ball on. Good rebound from Kakilla.
Benitez. Short, open 3 missed on a couple of occasions. He's actually missing 2 in a row. And then plenty of contact as Paris try and pass out to the press.
I think that's going to be called on Kakilla, stamping on the head of Leon Kratzer. Kratzer saying, hey, what you doing? I think he's getting a little bit tasty out there. This is championship basketball, Tim. No time to make friends.
Friday fight night in Bourg on Bresse. 48-48, Bourg's 3rd team foul in 2.5 minutes of the 3rd quarter.
Well, Kakilla raised his hand to acknowledge the foul, but then Mike just gets tangled up with Kratzer. The strategy is you let Shorts bring the ball up the court. When he makes that first pass, don't let him have it back.
Guarding Malcolm, back he goes to Shorts. Plenty of time on the shot clock as he looks to work his way from halfway. Down to the final 6. Hifi, deep 3-point shot. Offensive rebounding game for Paris though. That was the big problem for Bourg in the first half. Lewis looking to jump. Shorts gets free. Wide open shot. Far side. Again off. And again a foul on Kakilla trying to protect his backboard.
Well, that's a tough foul for him to pick up. The mountain up for him now. That's just his 2nd, which is a good thing. He was so aggressive in the first half. That way, just caught out of space, out of the right position. With offensive rebounding again. You know, the one that Malcolm gets, they're not supposed to have that. Hifi took a horrible shot from way downtown. Box out, go get the ball. That's what Coach 4-2 will be losing his mind over that.
He pointed to the offensive rebounding count. Coach 4-2 in the halftime interview. They've given up 3 already in the first 3 minutes of this 3rd quarter. Shorts free for the 3 and he rattles it down. That is the Achilles heel for TJ Shorts, the outside shot, but he hits a big one here in the finals.
Wow, that's all you can say is wow, because if he starts to bang those home, this is where Bourg have got to weather the storm. They've got to stay strong, stick to their game plan. You're only trailing by 3. Yes, Shorts is having a big night. Acknowledge that. Let's shut everybody else down and stop giving up offensive rebounds.
Shorts only a 28% 3-point shooter in reaching these finals, but hits his first 3 of Game 2. He's now got 16 points. Paris are ahead, 8 down. Just as determined on defense as he is on offense, averaging 2 steals a game.
Oh, he's the wrong side of the offensive player there as well. That's a gamble he just taken.
Benitez, look at the rim as he tried to move his body back into position and missed it. He's missed a couple short now.
Shorts is doing a job on the rebounds as well. He just does everything for his team. What a partnership between him and Coach Zala.
More back to Shorts. Again from the EuroCup logo, centre court, he'll look to attack. Switch on to Brown, hand in his face, misses that three. Big body on Massa, rebound. Lewis lost it though, they feel the centre court here, and they do with Mike. Benitez, they'll settle into a half-court offense now. Lewis to Massa. He'll push on the turn and he got it. Body on Massa still perfect. 8 points.
He has just grown in 24 hours. He played good minutes in game 1, and now he's playing like a superstar.
A centre court steal and a heavyweight hit with a big two-handed hammer.
Well, he forces the turnover. You wouldn't say that. Massa stealing the ball away from Shorts. He's playing with such confidence. And this is the whole point about young players. Court time is the secret of success.
Tyson Ward spinning into the paint and scoring, and Paris are ahead. Now they're trading blows and trading leads.
Yeah, and this is the game the Bourg does not want to get into. They don't want to start trading baskets with them. They need this to be a grind-out defensive game.
Massa, who's just become the second Bourg player into double figures, has 10. Here he goes again. Massa passes out. Look at the flyby. Brown misses again. Mike, offensive rebound though, battling his way to the basket to no avail, but still battling underneath.
Well, Janutnen gets called for the foul there. You see the energy from Bourg. Mike, like a man possessed, going after the loose ball. And the momentum there. This is the style of game the Bourg need this to be if they're going to win. They need it to be grindy and dirty and scrappy. Yeah, they need some contributions from players that otherwise you wouldn't expect to see do so much. Bonifay Massa, who's just really blossomed from game 1. You've got confident in game 1, and tonight he's saying, hey, this game's kind of easy.
Timeout, 1 point game here in game 2 of the BKT EuroCup finals. Bourg 52, Paris 53. Another of the VIPs here, an ex-player and an ex-head coach of JL Bourg on Bresse. Such a long history in this club, 114 years old. They have never been this far. It's uncharted territory for them. They've never won a top-flight title in any competition. No domestic league or cup. And this is their first ever European final. They are fighting with everything they've got to stay with the might of Paris.
This could be a silly play here. The referees, I think, are going to take a look at this. Massa and Kessens just getting tangled up on the out of bounds, and they're going to have a look. And I think Massa may have given a bit of a shove in the face or the throat. And it's one of those things, again, it's the vagaries of youth, as we say. I'm not surprised there, Tim, if I'm honest. It was almost like an unprovoked swipe. He just had position and then stuck that right arm out. And it was almost like a petulant elbow to the throat. And the referee's almost forced him into a corner. He's just holding his position. Kessens just muscles up to him. Just take a step back. The player hasn't even got the ball out of bounds.
It's gone moment from Massa.
I think his coach is going to have to roll with him because he has been one of their key players tonight, so they'll leave him out there.
Strong though for Mikael Kessens. Massa, to a certain extent, gets away with it, but Paris have the ball. After the unsportsmanlike foul, midway point of the third quarter, they lead by 1.
Challenge now for Bourg. How do they do against this backup lineup? Short out of the game.
Hifi challenged by Massa, who looked to shut out the sun, but Hifi was unfazed.
Yeah, Hifi, he's been quiet tonight, and he's just... This is his time. This is the sort of... This is when you've got to focus on him if you are Bourg, because Hifi, this is when he wants to just come out and try and take over a game.
Massa, from just beyond the elbow, misses. Only his second miss of the game. He's got 10 points in 11 minutes.
Yeah, but that's he's shook about that unsportsmanlike foul. He's still thinking about it. He needs to move the ball on. Just keep playing. Let good things happen to him.
Bresse currently in their largest lead of the game at 3, so looking for their first 2-possession lead of game 2. Another chance to get it on the out of bounds. The positive for Massa was only his second personal foul. He was fouled out in game 1.
This is when someone's got to talk to him.
Hifi, another tough shot on the turn, surely not. Paris looking to crown a EuroCup king.
All season long, Tim. This is what he has brought to the EuroCup. Just an electric player. Just comes out firing. They've got a technical foul on him for the celebration, I believe. Shorts. This is what Paris has, the Bourg does not, is the leadership. Shorts says, everybody just go sit down. Time out. We got coaches to deal with this. They've got a technical foul on Hifi for his celebration. I'm certain that's what it is.
Yeah, they're watching. Yes.
And see, that's what somebody needs to go into the ear of Massa at the other end, is just to say, look, just go, sit down, just think, let's just calm down.
Yeah, and had a warning. Ready to go into 31 slides. Justin starts from here from this spot. And as the Boston have this right here, from pass goes. You are moving into slide position.
Hard to really hear Coach Izalo over the noise of these fans in Bourg on Bresse tonight. But it's his team that have turned up the intensity here in the second half as the Bourg fans want to turn up the decibels. It's a 15-6 third quarter in favour of Paris. They've come from 8 down in this game to lead by 6.
It's their defence that's keyed on that. The big numbers talk about there is 6. They've just knuckled down, committed, redoubled down on their defensive system in this second half. And then a little bit of magic, a little sprinkle, a little bit of Hifi fairy dust on their offense, back-to-back buckets.
Back-to-back tough buckets. He'd only made 1 field goal before that in the game.
Yeah, well, he knows he's been cold. He had 13 points in game 1, but he was 1 for 7 from deep. And he's a confidence player. He's one of these players. If he misses 5, he believes he's going to make his next 10.
He's now got 11 points with the 16 of TJ Shorts. 10 converted by Benitez makes it a 5-point margin, so Bourg will look to make it here a 1-possession game again. Benitez has already played longer than he played in the whole of game 1. It's a third foul on Paris. Bourg are already at the foul limit for the third quarter.
How's about this to get over a screen? You can't see. He grabbed a hold of his leg, stop him from rolling.
6 minutes so far. Guama, because Shorts has played longer minutes. Massive kick out. Sidestep, composure on the perimeter. Incredible team play. And Isaiah Mike with the Mike drop moment in the finals.
Wow. That's one to get the fans off the seats. But then how quick are they? And you see them, when he got the slam dunk, no celebration. Paris get the ball in like lightning. So you can't celebrate, and then they go down the other end and shoot a three.
They're playing at a faster pace than we've ever seen before on this continent, Paris. They lead by 6 again, looking to show that pace in transition once more, but Bourg get back and hold them up to play in the half-court with Hifi.
One thing we haven't mentioned, Tim, is the gamble is on. Jeremy Morgan back in the action with 4 fouls for Bourg. Hasn't even touched the ball yet since he's come back in the court. He's getting a little bit tentative.
Hifi as he misses the 3. Momentum is with Paris, but it's still only a 2-possession lead. It's been a single-digit margin either way from the opening tip.
Well, that's the way to finish some excellent ball movements. Boy, it just reminds you that without Kratzer in the game, Paris don't have any rim protection. Get to the basket. They do not have a shot blocker out there.
Julien behind the back. Towards the paint. Far side. 3-point shot. Non-infallible back in. Cole back off the bench.
Well, when I say get to the basket, you've got to get to the basket with the right player.
Salash the rebound. He's been quiet in these finals so far. The man of Game 3 in the semis, Salash. Morgan playing on 4 fouls. Salash looking for their handoff, goes to the corner. Benitez still playing. Julien. Coquella comes out, gets back inside and attacks strong, and he's fouled on his flight back.
No, that's a good foul from Guama. Sacrificing himself for his team. He knew he was going to suffer some pain. Because Massa came with, or Coquella rather, came with some intention. From the old school rule of no layups. Still going to pick up the foul, but that's a foul that his team will thank him for taking, because that would have been a huge momentum swinger off the back of that slam dunk from Mike. Coquella gets to power it home. Instead he's got to go earn him at the free throw line.
It's 4 on Guama. First Paris player even on more than 2. He's been giving TJ Shorts a break. Shorts back in now. Paris on 14 fouls. Coquella fouled on the shot though, so at the line for 2. They're all important now, they're all clutch. First free throw of the game for Coquella. Only the 6th free throw attempt of the game for Bourg.
Yeah, well, because they've been relying on those jump shots. 7 of 19 from 3-point line. When they attack the basket with force, they've been successful. I'll tell you the contrast between this Game 1 and Game 2. This is now slowed down into good old-fashioned playoff basketball, half-court, in-your-face defense.
Hifi fighting for a pack of players in the paint, losing it on the way. Salash first to it, quick hands. Rolling that Paris defense to set. If they can help it, Benitez has to put the brakes on the fast break there. Coquella the screen, Benitez switches onto Kratzer. Julien. Open 3, Morgan on the money.
Oh, that's a gamble worth taking, isn't it? Morgan gets out there and drills the triple. Good ball movement there. Julien is not the player to attack the basket. He's much better at that kind of action. Draw the defender, move it on, then Coquella picks up the foul. It's not one that you particularly want to take, I suppose, but Shorts has just been unstoppable tonight. Send him to the free throw line once more. This is the thing that Paris have over every other team in the EuroCup this season, is if in doubt, just put the ball in the hands of this man.
So adept at attacking the basket, just a 175 guard. He makes more 2-pointers than any other player in this competition.
Well, he's played against guys who are bigger than him his whole career. People say he's undersized. He knows how to score on bigs. he hasn't, and he's ridden up through the ranks. His career has developed. He hasn't been to the EuroLeague, so before we write him off and say he can't do it, let's wait and see what happens. Struggle to see how he gets the score over Eddie Tavares, but relish the opportunity to watch.
Savage threading the eye of the needle on the bounce pass, and a strong attack from Julian to put it in. And Bourg will go down swinging if they are going to go down tonight.
I'm not so certain they're even going to go down, because that's a big bucket from Julian.
Janutnen quick first step. Passing lanes plugged up. Risache will come away with it.
Yeah, Jansen's got to just catch it, take that shot. Just accept you're going to miss it if you want to. Trying to play the perfect way.
Bourg have been down by 6. A chance to tie or take the lead again here. Final seconds of the third. The stop and the pop and the drop from Jaquan Lewis on the elbow and Bourg 11.
Well, what you like about Bourg is they've got the confidence of their home court now. They know how to close these games, they say 11-0 all season long until they slipped up against Ulm last home game of the regular season. Now it's going to be battle of the heavyweights. The thing is, we love about half-court grind-out playoff basketball. It really does come down to who can make shots in the most difficult environment, because the defense is just going to get more and more intense as this game goes on.
Bourg at the foul limit. TJ Shorts out the line to try and make it a 20-point performance through the first 3 quarters. He's 9 of 9 at the line. We saw his season percentage around 77. But here in the finals, he wants to be Paris's closer en route to the trophy.
Well, you see he's locked in tonight. By this time of game 1, he was waving to his mom in the stands, and tonight he's like, no, let me be the master.
5 to shoot off the offensive rebound, end of the third. Ward for 3. Doesn't go, big miss. And it's just a 1-point game in Paris's favour heading into the 4th.
Well, that's a big swing, though, psychologically. Bourg had the lead the whole game, then Paris snuck out. Bourg have fought back. And I have to say, I'm still not convinced. I've got no idea who's going to win this one, and I'm relishing the next 10 minutes.
63-64 with 10 to play in Game 2 of the finals. 21-17, third period in Paris's favour. Tyson Ward hitting his first 3. Hugo Benitez continuing to play big minutes. For Bourg, he's played 19 minutes so far. TJ Shorts has 19 points. Knocked down his first 3-point attempt. Body on Massa. Really left his mark on that third quarter in more ways than one. This has been touch tight. We've seen a series of lead changes. Bourg had an 8-point lead in the first half. Mike bringing his best, has 13 points, 6 rebounds. Paris went up by 6 in the third, but Bourg back within 1.
Do you know what as well, Tim? Neither team is playing their best basketball. So both teams have got room for improvement. And if one of these teams puts together a perfect quarter, they will be the victor. Bourg have had too many errors defensively and allowing Short too much leeway, and they keep fouling him, which is crazy. And Paris, defensively, they've been a little bit off the pace this tonight, which is unusual for them. Look at those numbers. The 3-point shooting is about where you'd expect it to be, but the rebounding, 13 offensive boards for Paris. Oh, you got the powers that be of EuroLeague basketball CEO, and next to him is the president, another president. How many presidents have we got in the house tonight? You're a president as well. That's 5 presidents I've seen.
Paris will hope to be playing in the top-tier EuroLeague for the first ever time next season. That will be the case if they win here tonight. They start the 4th period with a 1-point edge and the ball in the hands of TJ Shorts, the EuroCup MVP, the MVP of the BCL and the German League last season, under the same head coach as well. Also MVP of the French Leaders' Cup earlier this season as Paris won their first ever piece of silverware. Shorts, 2 to shoot, pulls the trigger, 3-point shot short. Offensive rebound number 14.
Well, that's the first time we've seen the Bourg zone defense that was so effective in the fourth quarter of game 1.
Bresse finally protects his team's backboard and comes away with it. They haven't solved that problem. Coach Fotu's talked about it at half-time. They give up 7 offensive rebounds in the first half. They've given up 7 already here in the second half.
But that zone defense now does that. Is that stop Paris? Does Paris have the answer to that zone defense? You waited for Coach Fotu to use it all night long, and he waits the start of the fourth quarter. Paris, not very good first time round. The game got an offensive rebound, but they missed 2 good looks. Confidence just drops against the zone for them for some reason. And at the other end, Bourg just need to keep the scoreboard ticking over. They don't need a 30-point quarter, they need another 20-point quarter. Paris, you notice, they've scored over 20 points every quarter. If Bourg can keep Paris under 20 points in this fourth quarter, I believe they will get the win.
Going back to the zone defense, Thomas Isalo said in his interview after game 1 that they were going to dissect the video without delay at the end of that game, analysing Bourg's different defences that they used in the second half in game 1 in Paris. He said they were already putting things together as the second half was ongoing.
Yeah, well, that makes sense, but the thing is, these players have got to execute it. Teams don't normally play a zone against Paris because their fast break is so imposing on you. They're going to show it to them.
64, 9 minutes to play. These two low level, down the baseline, back out, up fake, hesitation on the 3. Now a whistle.
3-second call on that somehow. That's what you don't see called against the zone very often. Leon Bresse just took up, set up shot in that red area under the basket. The referee, normally they give you a warning. They say, get out of the lane, big man. But it was so blatant. And when you're the biggest thing in the building, it's easy to spot where he is.
Paris have a +10 in offensive rebounds, but they're -4 in terms of turnover count possessions, so that's helping to boost that gap. Sarish, little push shot, good, and Bourg back ahead from 6 down.
Yeah, and also look at this, they're shutting down the fast break of Paris. They're getting back quickly.
Oh, Kratzer with the cram over the top of a sea of white.
Well, I said that he hasn't been slam dunking it tonight, and then finally shorts. That's one way to kill the zone. Just run down, aggressive. Get the alley-oop. Now, Tyson Ward's going to get. It's going to be a shooting foul. That little afters there, he was trying to chop down, but look at this here. Shorts to Kratzer. Salash just no match for the giant German.
A catapult from the capital to burn the barricades at Bourg's small town fortress.
Tyson Ward's a crucial player for Paris. He's still 7 points he's got. They need him. They need his energy. They need all of their players to make free throws. Jaquan Lewis, a pretty good free throw shooter.
So much pressure, especially for ball players right now. And a must-win night for them. As Jaquan Lewis gets them ahead by 1, 8 minutes to play. Do or die here in game 2 for JL Bourg in their first ever finals game at home. Janutnen, 3-point shot, pinpoint precision from the big man on the perimeter.
That's how you break a zone defense down. You get into the seams, that time Ward at the high post. The defense freezes, so then all he's got to do is find out who the open man is. Janutnen there, feet set, ready to finish.
Bresse, Lewis, blocked off. Still trying to find a way through that pivot foot, almost lost it. Shot clock winding down, Bill suffocated as well.
That's great defense there.
Shorts, a blur, blink and you'll miss him. Kick out, 3-point shots. Paris are pushing down the final stretch.
And that's where we talk about the system. That bucket is triggered by the defense. It helps that you've got an electric point guard like Shorts to create the opportunity to score. But that defense at the other end, first on Lewis, then on the killer, was simply outstanding.
Foul on Tyson Ward. Paris' third in 3 minutes of this fourth quarter. Bourg yet to commit one.
Clever play there from the killer. What he did was, the Ward bangs into the screen and tries to push him off. He could have just grabbed onto his arm, so he couldn't get away, and that's where the foul's committed, and that's what Ward is talking to the referee. Unfortunately for him, the referee was behind Kevin Kukilla. The foul count's important as well.
Fouls quickly for Paris. Only one left to give the rest of the way now. Benitez Rizache inside, Kukilla quickly doubles. We'll take it at Janutnen on the block. Passes away from the out defensive shorts. It's too tight, too congested.
Same defense again. That's the same defense again from them. They just swarm. There's no shot blockers on the floor. They're just dropping around and they're slapping and they're hacking and they're grabbing. And what you have to do, Kukilla's got to take that first bucket, the first shot opportunity he had, he turned it down. You're not going to get a better shot than that. You've got the size advantage. Take it up. It doesn't matter if you miss. You've got to get them on their heels. If you allow them to get balance, then they'll do just that. That's back-to-back defensive plays. Ugly, but incredibly effective.
Paris have come from 8 down to lead by 6. Bourg came from 6 down to lead again. Paris back up by 5. Now an opportunity for their largest lead of the night. With any score from the field here, Shorts now has 19 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, just 1 turnover. Here he goes again. Kukilla in the way. Kind ricochet to Janutnen, who is digging the dagger in from downtown.
Well, he wanted Hifi. But Janutnen, they created that triangle. So when Kukilla breaks the ball up, he just goes to the other shooter. Pick your poison. Now Bourg are in trouble.
Paris tied the largest lead of the game, 67-75 here in the fourth.
The thing that I'm worried about if I'm Bourg is Paris may have timed this to perfection. They've made the run at the right time, midway through the fourth quarter. They've got Bourg now thinking about it, they're questioning themselves. It's a bit late in the game for Coach Ward to change his strategy and try a new player to try and key the action. He's got to go with his crew that he's got. Players have brought him this far. Mike not touching the basketball. Morgan not touching the basketball. He needs those guys back in the game, and they need to be the finishers. Sachet just 2 points tonight. You know, you need more. The stars are the ones who've got to shine. You look at Paris, Shorts, Hifi, Janutnen. They're all coming up big. Who's coming up for Bourg?
4 points in this quarter so far for Bourg in 3.5 minutes. Benitez, 9 points, 4 assists for him. Gets it back, everything going through him. The 23-year-old point guard. Behind the back, looking to draw attention. They work it around Rizache. Shot clock winding down. Foul is on the offense as Janutnen celebrates down on his backside as if he's won the whole thing. He's done it with his offense, his three-point shooting, and now with his defense.
Yeah, Mikael Janutnen, he steps, he's like, look, I can't stop Rizache if he gets in the air. Let me get my feet set. And that's outstanding defense again from Paris. It's scrappy, as I say, it's ugly. You wouldn't want to put it in your shop window, but oh my word, you'll live or die on it for a championship.
The 23-year-old Finnish power forward who was looking to win the trophy down the final stretch for his Finnish coach. Paris a chance for the first double-digit lead. The finals game 2. 6 minutes to play. Shorts, Janutnen with the hot hand. Can't burn Bourg again.
Good stop from Bourg, and for once they don't give up an offensive rebound. Now they needed some confidence at this end of the floor. Now they're rattled, that's why I say they're back. As Paris put them on edge and they're questioning themselves. Who wants to step up? Who wants to take the shot?
Brown up high and Massa with the throwdown. Small town spirit unfazed by the bright lights of the fast-paced club from the capital.
Well, who'd have said that it was going to be Buddy and Massa who gets his number dialed up. Great pass through Brown. Bourg, because they're trailing and have to stay in the man-to-man, they love this ball back into that zone right now.
They're back within 6. They're not lying down and taking this, Bourg.
And they called a shooting foul on that as well, which I would question. There's the foul. Referee saying he was going into his active shoot. He's picked the ball up. That's why it's a call a shooting foul. How's about that? Bryce Brown hasn't been much of an offensive threat tonight. 0 points for him, but that was the right decision. Now you say, Shorts, set the opposite free throw shooter. Don't be surprised if he doesn't start missing a few now, because fatigue comes into play. He's played more minutes already than he normally does. And you can't see any scenario where Coach Azalo takes him out. So he's going to play the rest of the way. I'm going to actually foul him. Don't let him get assists and baskets. Make him beat you the free throw line.
He's already played longer than his season average, TJ Shorts. He split his last 2 pairs. He made his first 9 in a row. Out he goes.
Coach Azalo heard me. He must have heard us talking. Saying, hold on, I need to get him a blow. He's going to have to play the last couple of minutes, that's for sure. Oh, wow, that's a gift of a turn. Wow, Hifi. I swear. I don't think he's ever seen a shot he didn't like the look of. You've got a turnover. You've got a 7-point lead. Punish them on the defensive end. Make them play 24 seconds of defense. Instead, you pull the trigger.
Could have been a double-digit lead. Paris had the opportunity to engineer that with one of their possessions up by 8. But Bourg are back within 5.
Well, Julien's got to be careful. That is 4th, I think, on Axel Julien. Okay, it's fair enough. You've got fouls to give.
Julien's just become their 4th scorer into double figures. 4 players between 11 and 13. They have Benitez on 9 as well. A balanced offensive approach.
He's been huge tonight, too. He really has been awesome. Not going to foul. Hifi getting himself shook up. These are the errors that young players will make. You can get away with this in the regular season. You can get away with a little bit in a semi-final. You can't get away with it in the championship games.
4.5 to play. A chance for Bourg to make it a 1-possession game. In this do-or-die situation when it looked as though Paris were pulling away. Julien to Brown. Yet to hit a shot tonight. Now would be the time. Mike, composure on the perimeter again, but short on the 3.
Nothing wrong with that shot. Oh, what a drive from Iwama. And he's drawn a foul. Well, Massa did the right thing defensively. We love the crossover dribble. He splits the defense. And this is the thing. Paris are relentless. Nursing a 5-point lead and just go coast to coast straight down the gun of the defense, and they're rewarded with free throws. And Bourg have quickly got into the bonus. 4 fouls they've committed there.
Yeah, we talked about the leeway that Bourg had on the defensive end. They only had 1 foul for so long in this 4th quarter. Paris had 3 early. Bourg have overtaken their guests in that regard. Grammer's first point of this game. He's playing on 4 fouls. He's been restricted to 8 and a bit minutes.
Well, this game is likely to come down to Paris and the free throw line. So on board, I don't want to let them have easy looks. Well, they've 15 and 23. Low par, that's for sure.
7 lead for Paris. 4 minutes and change remaining. Benitez. Looks like he's going to play this until the finish.
This is going to be about the faith, the belief that Bourg have in themselves.
Pick off by Kessens. That's the first turnover from Benitez tonight.
Yeah, and the bench players, the rotation of Paris, can't call them bench players because they're all relatively speaking starters, the way that Coach Azalo plays. The rotation, he's got the confidence, he believes in them and they believe in each other.
Stumbling down to his knees. Hifi, but it's Bourg on their knees right now in the finals.
And he stepped on the sideline, Benitez. I think they're going to have less than a second. And Hifi knows that he's the one at fault there. He's not frustrated with the referees. He's frustrated because he fell over when he caught the basketball. That's just something that happens. Keeps his composure. This is the moment that if you're Paris, don't turn it over. That's what they've done. Okay, they're not going to get a score. Unlikely they'll get a score. How important is they've caught a timeout. Nobody wants to take a risk.
71-78, Paris lead as they look to sweep the playoffs on their way to the trophy.
Be smart. Take this shot. If you get a shot in this game, take the shot. With confidence. Solid tag up. No overrun. Staggered player. If you don't have a clear pass, just hold it that there's no turnover. Here. Maybe first one to go. Just an inbound. See the corner right away unless you have a lane. But here coming out for a shot right here, they are going to look to switch. So you're going to have to right here screen your own line. My own man. Yes, you're going to start moving the line here. Your own line. Now we look for putting over here. That's it. Right slipping to the basket. Don't have it. Just pass it also.
Bourg on Bresse rises as one to its feet to try and fuel a strong finish for their team. This town of only around 40,000 and this small arena with all of the VIPs in the house for their big night. Can they keep their season going to a Game 3 back in the capital, a city of a population of over 2 million? On Monday night, turnaround shot away, blocked straight away, and Bourg have the ball back down 7-3.5 to play.
Well, that's the least worst outcome that Paris could hope for, but Bourg have an opportunity. They just need composure now. Who's going to be the one who steps up and takes the challenge? Because they need points, that's all it is, just points on the board, and then keep their defense going. Defense has been pretty good here in the fourth quarter, just their offense has disappeared.
Only around 3,500 or so, but it looks like they're on their feet all the way to the finish now. Salash out to Jaquan Lewis. They get an open look. It's Morgan again. Jeremy Morgan as Bourg in this arena dressed in white refused to wave the white flag.
Oh, that's the bucket. That's the player they wanted. It could be Mike or Morgan. Paris would have known that. Jeremy Morgan has been huge, playing with those 4 fouls. This man's been pretty big as well, though.
Shorts, inevitable. A 22-point, 5 assist, 5 rebound, 1 turnover night for TJ, the MVP. Paris up by 6, 2.5 to play. Salash plus the breaks on a 3. Lewis wants to get inside, loses it. They don't take the shot they had again, and time is winding down.
Yeah, turned down 2 open looks and end up with a tough one.
And it's good for Bryce Brown, who's not backing down.
Well, the big bucket from Bryce Brown, but the big bonus for Paris, they got a 2-minute breather there for TJ Shorts, and he's come back in the game, and his team still were up by 6. We're going to crunch time. It's all about the TJ Shorts.
Drew the attention of the defense like moths to a flame, and Hifi burns them big time on the perimeter.
Any other time he'd say, "What are you doing?" And then Hifi's, "Oh yeah, great shot." He really is glory or bust the way he plays.
Paris by 7, closing in. Salash, they need it. He can't provide it. Offensive rebound though. Morgan, tough shot. Couldn't get it underneath, high off the window. Playing on 4 fouls still. And possession in favour of Paris. Jaquan Lewis wants the coach's challenge.
Yeah, I think he needs to not waste that coach's challenge here. They've only got 1 left. I would use it another time. Because that's his heart, his emotional reaction. The referee's talking now. The referees can review this if they're uncertain. Maybe his reaction has bought him a chance. I think they are going to take a look at it.
Try and listen in if we can.
Slow motion. No, sorry. Normal play. Normal game. Go. Go. Listen. Now again, slow motion, everything. Look, he stepped the line or not.
But we didn't call this.
It doesn't matter.
No, but he didn't step the line.
He did.
Yes, no.
Go slow motion, frame by frame. Stop, and now frame by frame. Go, 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 go.
Don't stop.
Don't stop, frame by frame. Frame, go, go, frame by frame. Don't stop, don't stop.
He knows the ball.
Stop, time.
It's clever from Lewis, isn't it? Because he's trying to hit his opponent before the ball bounces. But I don't think he does.
Give me another camera now, now. Now give me another camera.
Go back, go back.
He's adamant that he did, though.
Does the ball touch TJ Shorts? That's all the question is going to be asked here. The referee's original call is no. Is that video conclusive?
Yeah.
Go frame by frame.
They got it wrong. That's why I'm glad I don't have a whistle.
Another camera. Yeah, this one.
Oh, we cannot see.
No, another camera.
Here's a coach's challenge as well.
From the basket, no?
We said something would have to give here tonight. Bourg a perfect 11-0 in meaningful home games in this competition this season. Paris a perfect 10-0 on the road on a 13-game win streak altogether here in the EuroCup. And the balls, and the whistles, and the cheers will tell you the outcome of that refereeing review.
Yeah, well, the fans are right to be upset, but there wasn't enough evidence to say it was conclusive. James Lewis could be correct. This is why I say, be careful if you want to use that challenge there, because is it going to be conclusive?
Paris won Game 1, dominated Game 1, before the margin was reduced to 13 at the finish. Now they have a 3-possession lead, only a minute and a half to play in Game 2, looking to seal the series and the trophy. Bourg are in deep, deep trouble with 96 seconds to play and the ball in Paris' hands.
No, they have no option now but to test the strength of Paris at the free throw line. They've missed a whole bunch tonight. They've left 8 points out there. So you'll accept that foul from Bresse. Janutnen has been the Finnish hero so far tonight with those threes and drawing that charge on Rissachet that stopped the momentum of Bourg, and now is at the free throw. It's the leadership. You see Shorts. That's the difference between them and everybody else. He just got the word for his teammate. Just say to him, you go make this, I got you. I know you're going to make these, and look at that.
One of 6 players playing their rookie EuroCup campaign with Paris this season. He's got them up by 9. Bryce Brown. Hifi riding his back. Massa, the 2 is too heavy. Brown, the offensive rebound, pots it up. Under close defense, Massa puts it back in. Now they choose to start going offensive rebounds.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say, you're so cruel. It's like, now you want to start rebounding when you're down by 9 points. And this is, well, Paris can close this one out.
The glitz and glamour, the style and the swagger of the club from the capital as they work the ball through multiple hands and finish off the finals.
Yeah, you summed it up perfectly. They timed it to perfection. They broke Bourg's spirit midway through that 4th quarter, took that big lead, put the pressure on them, and then Bourg have got no answer because they couldn't score the basketball.
76-87, the first double-digit lead, Paris by 11 with seconds to play.
To hear what Coach Asalo is saying in his timeout right now, because he's still incredibly focused.
his team calm, keep his team focused. To 23-13, fourth quarter for them.
Yeah, the point. When you saw that PIR come up, that means throughout the game, that's how consistent Paris has been. The performance index rating is 101 to 78 for Bourg. Now, Bourg won't mind winning ugly, but it's very difficult to beat a team that's been that much more efficient than you. Players that you wanted to have the ball in their hands, Mike and Morgan. They called Morgan's number, then they've not gone back to Mike. Isaiah Mike, where's he been? He's been on the court, but he hasn't touched the ball here at the crunch time. You've got to have your stars step up. Whereas Shorts has been the orchestrator of everything for Paris.
These fans will show their immense appreciation for the efforts of their underdog team right the way through the course of this campaign. Three-point shot here doesn't go. Massa looking to grab an offensive rebound again.
No match for Massa on the backboards. Massa does the right thing, marching to the free throw line. That was going to be called in the act of shooting. He's going to say he was tipping the ball back up. The referee might put it on the baseline now. Yeah, it looks that way.
49 seconds to play. Bourg down 11. It's not over till it's over. It's not mission impossible. It's mission highly improbable. Mike gets it. And they will go down swinging. Shorts races away and then wisely retreats. For once, the long possession's helping Paris.
Well, now we're just playing keep ball.
And team ball as well, finished with a flurry. Hang it in Le Louvre. A Parisian masterpiece.
Well, the layup-loving Mikael Janutnen goes with the slam dunk to close out the season, to actually have the exclamation mark. And this is a remarkable story.
Finally, Bourg will give in. An almighty battle, but it's Paris who sweep the final series and become the BKT EuroCup champions. Tuomas Isalo's team simply unstoppable, simply stunning, simply the best. Not just this season, but the best of all time. Paris, unprecedented, have broken records and raised the bar. The best offensive numbers this continent has ever seen, the best offensive rating the world has ever seen. Now, rightly and deservedly, they will take their place at Europe's top table for the first ever time.
Well, and hats off, you can't argue with it. They've done it statistically and they performed at the ultimate level. They've trusted in their system. Coach Isalo has gone from Division 3 in Germany, albeit with different clubs. He's now gone to dine with the elite, and that is a remarkable story. This group of players have proved special. Nobody had them as regular season table toppers, and certainly didn't have them as the champions at the start of this season, but they have been lights out better than any other club in the EuroCup and worthy champions.
22-1 through the course of the campaign, and Tuomas Isalo, the man who took them up several levels. His first year on the bench, but he brought a pack of players with him from Bonn, installed the system rapidly and so effectively. And they have ploughed through everything on their path to greatness. They win Game 2 of the finals, 81-89 on the road in Bourg-en-Bresse. They sweep the series 2-0. They are the new BKT EuroCup champions. Stay with us as we wrap this one up. We'll hope to get some reaction from both sides if we can. Not what these home players were hoping for, just their first meaningful defeat of the season in this competition in their home arena. Paris showing just how good they are, just how good they have been right from the opening tip.
You know, Tim, you talk about statistically how good Paris has been over time.
Let's get some reaction first from Mikael Janutnen.
Mikael, first of all, congratulations. You made it. You win EuroCup 2024. What's your first feeling?
I'm just grateful to be allowed to be a part of this type of group. We worked hard all year long and we knew what we can do. We just had to go out there and show it. And I think we just did that.
You controlled the game 1 on Tuesday on Paris. Today it was a great fight, very tight. Explain us how you made the difference in this final.
No, all credit to Bourg. They played a really good game. We knew it's going to be hard in front of their home crowd. But at the end, we stuck to our basics. We knew what we needed to do to win, and that's what we did.
Mikael, it's your first season in this club. You won the Leaders' Cup, now the EuroCup. It's crazy.
I mean, yeah, but it goes back to what I said, with starting working in August with this group, working hard. We set goals for ourselves, and so far, so good. We've been achieving them thanks to all our hard work.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
The Finnish power forward winning under the Finnish head coach. The first time they've teamed up here in this first season at Paris. And what a signing the 23-year-old has been. He had a team second best, 15 points in Game 2 of the finals, the majority of them, Martin, coming in the fourth.
Yeah, he stepped up big, those big 3-pointers. And don't forget that charging foul he took on Bresse. That was huge defensive play. And then made the free throws. We said they were going to have to make their freebies to get the win, and he did just that.
3 of 5 from downtown as Paris finished with more threes than Bourg in the end. Let's hear from the EuroCup Coach of the Year.
Coach, congratulations, you made it, you won the EuroCup. What's, like I said with Mikael, what's your first feeling after this win?
Overwhelmed. It's not something you can put into words. The reason this emotion comes out is I don't think people have any idea what, you know, when we set off on this project, very big ambitions, to realize it like this in the first year, it's something incredible, and how much hard work, how much dedication, how many sacrifices it has taken. And when it all comes to fruition and it's all, everybody understands it was worth it, but how much it took, that's sports at its best.
Before the game, you told us that this group has already many experience. You won the BCL with many of your players last year. Now you win the Leaders' Cup, today the EuroCup. When can we stop you?
Sorry?
When can we stop you? Where can we stop you?
I don't know. I don't know, and it's not for today. It's not for me to think. It's for the other teams and coaches. And we'll keep doing what we do. And it's a beautiful team. Super privileged to be coaching this type of guys. And they just give everything back, you know, 100-fold.
Coach, just a last question about TJ Shorts, the MVP of the season, of the final, of the last season with you in BCL. Explain us what he gives to the group.
I mean, you and I, we can never imagine what type of pressure he has. He has the ball in his hands in the most crucial moments. Every game he finds a way to come through, but you also see the emotions come out, you know, because all of this takes its toll on every human being. But he's unique, he's special. I'm out of words for him.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Tuomas Isalo, special as well. He has the Midas touch. EuroCup Coach of the Year, EuroCup champion, BCL Coach of the Year, BCL champion last season. His rookie season, Martin, in this competition, and they go all the way.
Well, you've got to credit to the president of Paris Basketball Club as well, because they went and recruited him. They took him from Bonn, a coach in Germany, to come to Paris and say, give him the keys to the city and say, take us to the EuroLeague, and he's done just that. And what Asalo has said from August, he says, I have a 6-week preparation. I've got to get this team to be committed and to believe that what we can do is something that no other club has ever done before. And the players bought in and they have delivered it and they've improved every night of the season.
Jean-Francois Debar, the mayor of Bourg-en-Bresse, will be incredibly proud of the efforts of his town's team. Remember, this town of just 40,000 people. They've never even been past the quarter-final stage, let alone to a European final. They were struggling to make the French second division playoffs just 13 years ago, but a fantastic project with Julien Despont becoming the club president in 2012. They earned promotion, they went back and forth between the top 2 tiers, returned to the top flight in 2017. They've been there ever since. They've reached their first 2 French Cup finals, falling in both. They're still waiting for their first top tier piece of silverware, but they're making plenty of noise, as are their fans, Martin, in appreciation of those efforts.
You know, as remarkable as the story of Paris is, the story of Bourg is almost more impressive. They were a competitive team in the EuroCup last season. They go from that to the finals, and they gave Paris all they could handle tonight. They have been a tremendous story and a worthy runner-up. Although it sucks when you get a runners-up medal, they deserve to be here at the high stage.
Nadir Hifi, the EuroLeague CEO, will present the MVP award of the finals to a player who will be a EuroLeague player for the first time in his career next season. TJ Shorts, the competition MVP, the finals MVP, the MVP in just about every competition in which he plays. Finished game 2 of the finals with 22 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, just 1 turnover, 4 of 8 from 2, 1 of 3 from 3, 11 of 13 from the line. He takes on so much of the responsibility to run this team.
You know, when you try to choose an MVP, normally there's several candidates, but he was just been so impressive throughout. He was the difference between these 2 clubs. If he's got a Bourg jersey on, Bourg are the BKT EuroCup champions. That's how important he has been. He is just an absolute difference maker. Now is not the moment to be talking about who's going to be in the EuroLeague next season. Let's celebrate this championship. As Coach Asalo has said, we have been a remarkable team, a remarkable group, and it's a privilege for us to watch them and witness just how good they have been.
EuroLeague Basketball's president, Dejan Bodiroga, along with the CEO, Paulus Motiejunas, will present the winners' medals to Paris Basketball, all of whom played their part, of course. They had 4 scorers in double figures in the game 2 that sealed the finals for them. 15 points for Janutnen, we've talked about 14 for Nadir Hifi, including a series of tough shots in the fourth, 10 for Tyson Ward, who showed up. All behind the 22 of TJ Shorts.
I'll tell you what's funny there, the Paris players almost don't know what to do, but fortunately Bodiroga, a 2-time EuroLeague champion, he's saying, look guys, here's what you do next, you come get your medals, you go on the stage, because I've done it a couple of times myself. What a player Bodiroga was in his time. And if you don't believe it, go back and check out the videos. But yeah, it's been a remarkable story, a great performance, worthy champions. And you talk about the scorers, but this is down to their defense, contributions across the board. You see there, Kessens doesn't put up big numbers, but the effort he put in there. You know, Herrera seemed a little bit off the mark tonight, but he made the big buckets when it was important, and made him. And Guama, what a contribution he made defensively. Just a thorn in the side of the offense of Bourg. And this is a tremendous project that they said, and it's come off in year 1.
Nice to see the smiling face.
EuroCup winners' medals presented to players and staff. Only their 6th year as a club, Paris Basketball. Founded in 2018, reached the French top tier in 2021, didn't even make their domestic playoffs their first 2 seasons in the Pro A. But having claimed right from the start the ambition was to quickly become a EuroLeague club, that is now where they are.
And you talked about them as being one of the greatest EuroCup teams. You think about the great EuroClub champions in days gone by. Valencia, 4-time champions. Gran Canaria, who won it last season in such style. They can sit at that table with those and actually count themselves as not fortunate. They have been a dominant champion.
EuroLeague President Dejan Bodiroga will hand over the hardware. And shakes hands. And all they want is the trophy. They're ready to hoist it into the Bourg on Bresse air. Mikael Janutnen. In Europe's second-tier competition, they arrived last season, finished 5th in the regular season, beat Lake Atlas by 1 in the 8 finals, lost by 30 though, and Gran Canaria in the quarterfinals. The appointment of Thomas Isalo has changed everything for them this season. They have blown the opposition to bits.
Well, what a decision this man made. David Kahn said, former president of an NBA club, said, you know what, I see an opportunity in Europe. We're seeing that not only in Paris, the same thing in London, where they're seeing these giant cities, these metropolises that could actually build something special, and they're doing this, and what a platform Paris has to build on.
Well, let's hear it from their main man on court. Here is the MVP, TJ Shorts.
TJ,
yes.
EuroCup winner, MVP of the season, MVP of the final. Do you realize with the trophy what you have done this season with this team?
First of all the honor, all the glory to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for just allowing me to be out there and play. It's amazing every time I get a chance. I don't think I'll be able to really understand what I've been able to do in these last couple years, this year especially, until I hang them up. I'm just so grateful for everybody that stepped out on this court today to contribute to this win. It's a tough team, and this is a tough place to play. I'm just glad we're able to take that championship home.
TJ, 19 victories in a row for Paris. The Leaders' Cup this season, the EuroCup today. How do you explain such a success with this team?
It's the work. It's the work. Coach is on us a lot in practice, and it shows here. And the victories that we tally up, the run that we're on right now, nobody's thinking about the next one. Everyone's present in this moment. And for us to be able to do something like this, it is historic for not only each individual on this team, but the club and what they want to do in the future. This is only a stepping stone. There's a lot of hungry guys in that locker room, and we're going to keep going.
You talk about the coach. He told us that you are unique. I guess you're so proud of that. Explain us your relationship with him. You won the BCL last year with him.
Yeah.
You won the Leaders' Cup, the EuroCup today.
Yeah, I mean, Coach T.I., I love that dude. He believed in me from the minute I came in. And what's funny is my first year I came off an injury, my first major injury in my career. I'm just grateful for him to be able to excel my game, give me the confidence to be out here and do these things, because without a coach believing in you, none of this is possible. So I'm grateful to him for that.
Thank you, TJ. Congratulations.
T.I. and TJ, a match made in heaven, both EuroCup rookies. both EuroCup champions.
Yeah, and you know, they summarize it completely. He says the beginning of a project. I just hope he takes the time to breathe and suck this in. Championships are really difficult to win. When you get it, you think, oh, that was easy, but actually you look back, there's so many almost ran. We are filled with runner-up. For every champion, there's someone who came second. There's a semi-finalist that got beaten. Paris have risen above everyone. 19 straight victories in the EuroCup. That is unheard of.
He played his first professional year in Latvia, TJ Shorts. He then spent 3 seasons in Germany, the last of those winning the BCL with Bonn under coach Salo, both making the move to the EuroCup for the first time this season. And he might only be a 175 guard, but he is the stand-tall star at this level, head and shoulders above everybody else.
Well, we forget, you know, size is just a number. You know, you talk about him, you go to the EuroLeague, you talk about, there's a guy called Facu Campazzo who's a pretty useful player at Real Madrid. So let's not dwell on his size. It's their presence that makes the difference. They are the game winners. They are champions.
Body on Massa has to settle for the magic moment. Big two-handed hammer on the alley-oop pass from Bryce Brown. Threw some blows down the final stretch, through the second half, through the course of the evening, but it wasn't enough to derail the Paris freight train.
What a night he had, and Bourg, when he has that alley-oop slam, they were very much in the mix, and they looked like they could actually get the victory. I wouldn't even call it an upset. You know, the upset, if anything, is Paris coming in here and taking care of Bourg on their home floor. And when you mention that, how they lost to them in the regular season, that set the tone. Paris knew what they were coming up against. So it was actually to their benefit that they came here in December and lost in the regular season.
It was an 83-81 win here at the Equinox for Bourg en Bresse in the French League. Paris sending a statement. That would have played a part. They've got better and better as the season's gone on as well. They've gone to an unprecedented level. And Bourg did absolutely everything they could tonight, including knocking down 10 threes, including Mike as one of their 5 double-digit scorers, leading the way with 16 points, 14 for Morgan, 12 for Massa, 11 each for Julian and Benitez. 81 points for Bourg, a good offensive output, but not good enough.
Because they didn't have a Shorts. They were short one, TJ Shorts, and he was literally the difference between these two teams. When he's in the game, this Paris team is virtually unstoppable, and we've said it over and over again, they are worthy BKT EuroCup champions.
Paris basketball will play in the 2024-25 Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. 2-0 sweep in these finals, a sweep of the entire playoffs, 14 straight wins, just 1 defeat all season. Final look at the numbers, Martin.
Yeah, well, rebounding is a big one, plus 10. You know, ultimately the numbers get tossed out. The big one you see is the PIR, 102 to 85, and they've marched through and they have just been outstanding.
We'll see you next season on the road to greatness in the BKT EuroCup. We'll see Paris next season in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague.
BKT EuroCup in association with